And now, please enjoy this feature presentation. Hello, everybody. Hi. Welcome. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the bits. We haven't even started the show yet. I am joined by my good friends, authorblues, Ryyudo, and Thejewker for a lascivious excuse to hang out in which we have submitted topics to a hat I am blind to for the most part. I do not know who put what in here, but we are going to be pulling them out and explaining them to you. Except only one person in the panel knows what the fuck they're talking about. And that person will be telling the truth, and everybody else is going to be making something up on the spot. I do have some functions for you. I have the ability to doubt baked directly into chat. If you put in exclamation point and then I believe just the name of our friends here. Let me check the inputs for you. It is exclamation point Ryyudo, capital R. Exclamation point Thejewker, capital J, and I believe authorblues does not have a capital, but I need to pull up the thing. Yeah, exclamation point auth as number 1. If 3 people put that in within a minute, it should pop up a little thing. I haven't tested it because I needed it to be a surprise for everybody, but it should do a thing. I hope. I hope. We'll see if Motion Studio is plugged in and working correctly. Oh, trigger disabled. What do you mean? There we go. Let's try that again. But it should do one of these, or one of these, or one of these when it goes off correctly. Current progress. Let's see. Should work. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If that doesn't work, it's not my fault. It's Motion Studio. But in the meantime, y'all ready to get cooking?
Yeah, I'm ready to lie.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love lying to my friends.
I don't. I actually feel very bad about it, and then I will be like, no, how can I do this?
See, that's the start of the
Part was a lie. That was a lie. Thank you.
That was it. That was it. Oh, so good.
I think it's good that he lied.
I think Auth believed me just for a moment there.
Auth will not respond.
All right.
No, I won't.
For our first topic, we're looking at National Baby Week. One of you put National Baby Week into the hat, and let's try to figure out who it is. Auth, would you care to kick us off with an explanation of what National Baby Week is?
Yeah, so National Baby Week is a nationwide event, as the name would suggest, in which they try to make parents understand how to properly take care of their children by telling them all the things they need to know about, like, hygiene and what does a baby eat? A common question parents have. There are wrong answers, and so National Baby Week answers that question definitively for parents. Less magnets, more peas is the answer. But it's like a whole bunch of organized parenting conferences.
So I do have a question, and also thank you, chat, for confirming that the little indicators are working. Very good. Which nation?
The good old USA.
I respect this. Thejewker, light us up.
All right, National Baby Week is a thing that used to be around during the Great Depression. Times were tough. The birth rate was low. So we needed a way to get people fucking, and this was probably the best way to do it, is make it sort of a week-long event of, hey, it's National Baby Week. Get out there. The birth rate's real low. You got to do some fucking. Come on. We need you to do it. Now, how do we do that other than this? You got to get people excited, and I think that's a great way to just like be like, hey, come on. It's Baby Week. You got to get going.
What a way to start the program. Just
Yeah, you picked a real winner for the start.
Yeah. I didn't pick it. I shuffled these. My process was I got them all into the sheet after y'all submitted them through the little form, and then I like held my hand over stuff while I like blanked out in formatting like where all the names go, and then I shuffled them on top of that. So I don't know who did what here, but man, way to go. Ryyudo, what's your take?
This is going to be real funny because it's very similar to the Thejewker, but it's actually a more closely ongoing thing because it originated in the nation of Japan. And with about like the last like 20 years or so, obviously all this Shinzo Abe stuff's going on and everything like that. So there was this week that was implemented in, not by Shinzo though. This is actually an online parody event that has been, put across the internet and everything like that. And so they actually collected a bunch of the shows that they were broadcasting around the time that was like, oh, hey, you should go out there and be a family man and all that sort of stuff. And they compacted it into what would it take to watch these shows back to back to back. And they made a week out of it, calling it the National Baby Week. So that, hint, hint, you should get out there and get fucking stuff like that. But ironically should be doing it instead.
So we have an ongoing parental assistance program. We've got a 1920s Great Depression era please make more babies like recovery program. And we've got a let me make sure that I understand this. Like Japanese television parody phenomenon in response to a demand for a baby boom.
Close-ish. It's a parody created by people on the internet, as with any other fake holiday we have. If memery, basically.
Oh, it's
and they're
memes.
taking the shows that were made around this 2000s era anime stuff. That's like a lot of that heavy hinting of like you should have a family. Here's a horror anime. Look at all these hot chicks and everything like that. And really condensing that into a week of let's just watch all these shows back to back to back together.
So the thing that is really hard about this show is that when Oth started, and Oth had a whole lot of ums and ahs, I know that Oth is clever and tricksy enough to do that on purpose, and y'all have not presented anything that is like more plausible, it feels like. Like, I feel like Thejewker here is the closest to a real thing that I could see happening that I could imagine. You know? But also, like, if I've learned anything about memes, it's that they're buck wild at all times. Like the wildest shit you can imagine is just going to be the first shit that a lot of memes do here. So like, I'm trying to think of any follow-up questions. Like, what country, US of A? I think that I'm so disillusioned with the idea that America would do anything, one, for free, and two, to support its populace in this way.
That's not, but you're right.
Yeah, strikes it is unlikely.
Yeah, you don't understand though. They were very depressed. It was the Great Depression. It wasn't the mediocre depression.
Yeah, it wasn't like the all right depression.
I mean, the Great Depression also seems like the kind of time where we were still doing these programs. So I think that I can strike Oth. I think that Oth is maybe out. I gotta figure out between you two.
I will say this in defense of Ryyudo, Japan does have a bad birth rate.
Mm-hmm. But does it have like a population that is so cynical about the calls for more birth rate that they would like meme on it incessantly? And I think the answer to that is yes.
Yeah,
I would say so because I know there are animes that like snuck the message in. That I've never watched them, but I remember hearing about it and I was like, oh, yeah, whoa, hold on, whoa, they really want you to get fucking.
Yeah, exactly.
I can. Are there like? Okay, Ryyudo, hang on. You mentioned that there were like commercials, and I'm not going to search them because if I search all this information, that's going to be the thing. But did you look any up about this? Did you watch any?
I mean, there's no commercials. It's mostly around like the anime stuff and everything like that, and how they snuck it in. What Thejewker said. If there's commercials, I haven't seen them though, and I really want to now. I hope there is.
national get busy commercials.
Yeah. Just go online or go on TV. No, there they are. Just they're
I
doing
don't
it.
know any names to search them. I just know I have seen them in the past. And I think this was like back when I was using Tumblr. People were like, "Hey, check it out! It's going crazy over here." People were like, "The birth rate's so low. We gotta find a way to get people tricked into doing this." So here's an anime or two. They might have just been commercials, but like definitely looked like they stuck this message in.
Yeah.
I think I'm ready to commit to Thejewker. I feel like this is a you article. I feel like this is the sort of thing that you would find and throw in here. Am I right?
No.
No! Wait, which one of you? Oh my god.
Do you want a second guess before we say anything?
Well, so if I 50-50 it, we've removed one of the real answers. I mean, I guess then it's got to be off.
National Baby Week was an event first observed in the United States in March 1916. It was to stimulate interest in the proper care of infants and by means of exhibits and conferences to bring to the attention of parents the standards of infant welfare, which had been developed by experts who had studied the subject.
Holy shit!
Listen, I'm a really good liar, okay?
Also, Off legitimately called out his bluff from the beginning. I heard the ums and I'm like, oh, it's off.
I kind of expected to have like 30 seconds for all of the liars to think of a lie, and having to go instantly, I was like, oh shit, let me paraphrase this Wikipedia article right now.
That's so good.
See, I figured that was me catching you flat-footed, because like somebody had to go first. I'm just ripping the Band-Aid off, you know?
Yeah.
You did.
It was good.
Everyone got played, even Off.
Holy shit.
I see in the chat someone's like, oh, Thejewker plays Among Us. I played Among Us like twice ever.
Oh wow, that's even less than me somehow.
I feel like that's
Exactly.
also a falsehood somehow. I feel like that is like I can't trust anything you say now.
No, I'm serious. I've only played it like twice.
Wow. I can't believe this. All right, group. I guess it's time to reveal the next topic. One of you, through slapping random on good old Wikipedia, has brought to us. Oops, that's the wrong button. Hang on. The Woods of Terror.
I like this topic. I just want to say this is a topic that does not fill me with joy.
I'm gonna be real. All of y'all found
spooky.
some incredibly compelling headers. I don't know if this is stuff that you already kind of knew about and just were like, no, actually, I'm gonna educate the public about the Woods of Terror and National Baby Week. Oh man. All right, well, I feel like it would be unfair to just go left to right again. So, Thejewker, you're up, buddy. What's the Woods of Terror?
The Woods of Terror is a theme park in Europe. It's specifically an event they do during the Halloween kind of like month. You know, Halloween's really a month. It's kind of like Christmas.
Oh, absolutely.
Christmas is also really a month-long holiday now. It's like that. So, what's it called for a lot of parks in America? They do the
Six Flags?
like Disney villains. They do Six Flags does like the Six Flags Scare Week or whatever it's called. It's like that. Essentially, the event is we're gonna get all scary. We're having a theme park set up in the woods of terror. It's got a lot of scary rides, and someone, they claim, has died there. Like, that's where they built the theme park on. Like, it's like one of those crazy burial grounds.
Okay, so it's like a permanent Halloween House of Horror theme park thing.
Correct.
Where was it again? You said Europe, but like, do you have a more specific location? Like a country?
Finland.
Finland. Yeah, that seems like a Finland thing. That they fucking would, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would.
In the country of Europe.
Hey, so hang on, before I lose the thought for a second, y'all know about the war on Christmas, right?
I've heard of it.
So I've decided, me personally, and I realize that there's a bunch of people that I can maybe affect with my good message here really quickly. We gotta go.
I support it. Yeah.
So y'all know how like Christmas keeps coming earlier and earlier, right? Like the decorations keep putting out in like June or whatever they'll show up.
October this year, definitely.
Yeah. We beat them back to October is what it is. We need to orchestrate a sneak attack on Christmas. Okay, everybody expects us to leave our skeletons up and, you know, oh, we're Christmas witches now or whatever. No, nobody expects us to go the other way with it. You got to start celebrating Halloween earlier and earlier. Veterans Day, ripe for a bunch of cool skeleton decorations. Come on, let's go. Valentine's Day, right? I mean, there's a lot of bones that happen in Valentine's Day. We're trying to move our skeletons earlier and earlier throughout the year until we loop around and we find a reason to have January skeletons, everybody. And then we've got them on both sides, and then we can make Christmas spooky.
The problem is you're going to start pushing at both borders, right? Because if you rob all of the Christmas lovers from early Christmas, then they're just going to start going later and later.
Yeah.
And so you're going to meet in the summer with a war on either side.
Wait, Summer Santa. I mean, let's go.
Global warming is doing that for us. It's 60 degrees outside of where I live on December 12th. It's insane.
Yeah, I just want to double check. It was called Fright Fest was the thing I was looking for Six Flags. That was the name because it was bothering me.
Our current one is Woods of Terror, just to
I know,
so that I remember.
I know,
not for you.
I was trying to remember what it was though.
Yeah, there's something like that at our local one. We've got Carowinds turns into Scarowinds.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, that's good.
That's really good. All right, move it along. Ryyudo, what are the Woods of Terror?
So yeah, the Woods of Terror is a popular filming location that's been used in a lot of films since the 1970s. It's located in Poland, and because Poland's a very, has a lot of greenery over there and everything like that, it just has a lot of series over there that's just like, yeah, we need a place for the woods that we can kind of make a little bit distant, give that sort of spooky vibe for a lot of generally horror movies, but also some of that low budget B movie type stuff. Hey, here's a place that we can go to and give ourselves a nice little, vacation along the way because it's a little bit far out there. But just kind of the surrounding towns outside of Warsaw have a lot of these Woods of Terrors out there and just able to walk in and do some filming.
So it's just like a famous movie shoot spot then.
Within the filming world, yes. Okay. And you've probably seen a lot more than you recognize, let's put it that way.
I guess I could see this happening. Whereabouts did you say that it was? Sorry, I'm trying to troubleshoot some of the doubt indicators at the same time.
Yeah. So it's just outside of Warsaw. So a lot of the surrounding towns around it, like Torki, Slopska, and other names that I really can't say, Wilga.
Okay. Wilga. This one's so plausible.
I think it's too plausible is the problem.
I mean, it could just be correct, and I could be stupid.
What if I looking at the exact same cadence I do always? I always talk at this pace. Commentary, on stream, in person. I'm always like this.
Ryyudo's right.
The fact that I brought on, like, an excellent broadcaster, educator, and like professional commentator is not making my life easier here.
I'm so proud of you. You finally got
something to be said for having an authoritative tone, no matter what you're talking about.
I've got a real trifecta of good folks for this.
Oth is definitely the scariest person on the panels right now. Just, oh man, this guy really sounds serious about what he's talking about.
Yeah, like I'm still scared of Oth, honestly.
Oth's what, up 2 points? Like,
yeah.
All right. Speaking of
also, Oth like tricks children anyway with like teaching, so it's like, you have like extra levels of experience.
Yeah, but children are easy
people into learning and having fun.
Yeah,
children are easy marks. So
Wait, give me back my education. I don't want to have fun anymore.
I can't believe that Auth has an agenda to not live with stupid people and is acting on it. That's crazy. Truly unreal. Oh, that's wild. So I've figured out, by the way, what's going on with some of these indicators. For some reason, it's not resetting for like a couple of them, so I'm manually like clicking it. I'm trying to troubleshoot this. Auth, what's the Woods of Terror?
It was interesting hearing Thejewker mention this, because this one's actually really close to me. This one's right out of North Carolina. There was an old priest years ago who owned a pretty big plot of land. And when he died, he passed on the plot of land to his son, who pretty much did nothing, just sort of used it as a junkyard for years. And once it had acquired, cars and whatever nonsense, eventually his son got an idea and was like, I'm just going to drop an amusement park here. Let people come by, see the torn down cars, tell them stories about all the ghosts that live in this place. And it turned into a pretty big theme park. It got all sorts of different rides there. There's arachnophobia and Bone Daddy and stuff like that. And in the spirit of what Wobbly was talking about, they got a beautiful setup with Christmas lights right next door. So that's pretty good.
You're saying that this is stateside is the idea?
Yeah, this is here in the U.S. It's actually pretty close to me.
I just want to say I can't believe you would copy me like this.
I'm sorry.
Disgusting that you would do this.
Well, you had a really good idea, so. And I don't know that I can come up with anything else for Woods of Terror, so.
Great people steal and all that sort of stuff.
Filming location or the same theme park in two different places is kind of the idea that I'm getting.
So what state did you say again? This
North Carolina, the state I live in.
Yeah.
Ryyudo, can you
It was like around Warsaw, you were saying? Was where this filming location was?
Well, my filming location, yes. I figured Thejewker was going to ask me to confirm, and it's like, yeah, there are a lot of woods up north. I can at least confirm that, but I'm too new to the state in all fairness to even confirm.
Fair enough.
Thejewker, thank you for trying to help me suss out some deets here. Huh? Change authorblues' name to Bone Daddy? I refuse.
Bone Daddy is such a good name that it can't be a real ride, in my opinion, at least.
I don't know. I feel like Daddy. It maybe could.
Y'all gave me too much time to think up Bone Daddy.
He even admitted it was a lie.
Oh yeah,
I know Auth is going hard though. I don't know if that's the lie or not. There we go. I've appended it.
Oh God.
Oh man. So this guy who passed away, right? You said that he was like a local figure. What was it that he did again?
He was a priest.
He was a priest, and he decided to make a little spooky House of Horror zone.
No, the priest owned the land until he died, and his son took it over and just made money using it as a junkyard.
Oh. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, God. Ooh.
Junkyards are kind of scary.
Thank you for the subtlety.
Bone Daddy is a real account. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's go, Bone Daddy.
All right, I guess Bone Daddy's real. You know what? Forget what we said.
Yeah.
You're telling the truth.
Sorry, Bone Daddy.
Bone Daddy's real. I have to apologize.
I am gonna go out on a limb because I have seen a lot of movies where they're being filmed in some sort of like new growth forest in the middle of nowhere. But I don't know that those horror movies are the type to have a budget to film internationally. That's the thing that's hanging me up about Ryudo's.
You're gonna get a beautiful forest like that here stateside? I don't think so.
I mean, good luck.
I mean, that's the thing though, is that like,
hey, hold up. Finland has some beautiful forests.
Yeah. A lot of them are like very cultivated too. Like they're I don't want to call them fake particularly, but like they are like they got blown up and they had to be replanted. in like a lot of ways. So like I'm trying to like put this together, but at the same time it's like, is it true or isn't it? I'm gonna commit. I think this one's another Author Blues submission somehow. 2 in a row.
You're locking that in?
I'm locking that in. I'm gonna go with it.
Okay, the Woods of Terror sits on 45 acres of land, 12 miles outside of Greensboro, North Carolina.
Oh, dang, that's really close to me.
Yeah.
Well, now you have to go.
What I expected.
It ended up being passed on to Eddie Howie McLaurin in 1970, who used the area as a junkyard, collecting fees from individuals who dumped their unwanted belongings, ranging from refrigerators to cars, and they remain as part of the set used by Woods of Terror. The park opened in 1991. And Bone Daddy is real. I did not make that up. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh my.
Hold up. I have to look up pictures of Bone Daddy.
Can you send those to like the Discord
Oh,
chat?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm rereading. Bone Daddy is the name of the character at the attractions, not the ride itself. Bone Daddy leads a monster parade and sings a national anthem in punk rock style.
I found a picture of him. There he is.
I thought it's okay. Actually, he rules. Never mind. I take that back. This dude
Take
rules.
back, yeah.
Oh,
Real cool.
wait, that kicks ass.
Here's another picture.
Yo, let's go, Bone Daddy.
Yo, Ryyudo, you want to meet at Woods of Terror?
Yes, 100%.
Okay,
Let's
we're
go.
gonna make this happen.
Hell yeah.
I feel so left out.
I'm not
right?
even kidding. I'm down to go.
If you want to make the
That looks
trip to Woods of
sick.
Terror with us, you're more
I
than
kind of
welcome.
do. I kind of
Okay.
do. The fact that Bone Daddy just carries around a snake.
Yeah.
Hang on. How can I? Oh, I know what I can do. The logo, really quickly. The show logo. I can grab that very quickly. Let me set this to a website, and I'll just put the URL in here for a second. And then we'll.
You had
very
to know
tiny.
this wasn't going to work.
It
You
is in
had to know.
fact very tiny.
There he is. Bone Daddy's very bone sized.
I don't have like a close up on the logo. I should have put a camera there, but I didn't. And I'm not gonna
Don't call
fix
my
it now.
bones small. How dare you?
But that's pretty sick. Hang on, maybe if I switch to the other image. Nope, it's also gonna be super small.
That's
Keep him there. He's there in spirit.
You can see Bone Daddy on the right. Just like squint your eyes really hard, and it's like, oh, that's Bone Daddy. I know.
Yeah.
That looks rad though. I'll put the show logo.
It does.
back.
I'm pretty happy though with my lie through that. I think Finland was the perfect, believable place.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to rip you off, but unfortunately, you said almost the right thing.
Almost the right thing is the best way for this to go. That I'm just like, that's got to be the place, right?
I feel like this is just the Thejewker pitching cool ideas to us that the Thejewker wants to do later.
Here's the
right?
thing. What I'm telling you, none of these are lies. These are all real events and real things that have happened in alternate universes. So
All of them are real, just some of them in my head.
some of them are in my head. Some of them happened in different timelines. But you know how it is.
Oh, God dang.
What's finished for Bone Daddy? Bone Daddy does not finish.
I was about to say the same thing.
What?
When I picked that article, by the way, on Wikipedia, these were all arrived at by random. But when I picked that article, I was like, I'm a little worried that this one is going to be too obvious. Like, Woods of Terror just sounds like an amusement park name, but also Woods of Terror kind of kicks ass. So
It does.
Yeah.
I think Ryyudo also had a great lie here of, oh yeah, no, it's some like cool filming location. Like I was immediately thinking, and I didn't do this one, was there's that creepy forest, I think where a bunch of people like killed themselves in
oh yeah.
and I was like, I don't want to do that. Yeah.
I thought about that first. I'm like, that's actually much more well known and probably not in the greatest taste. So
Gun to my head, I don't
definitely
think I
not the
could have
greatest
come up with an actual lie. I think I would have landed on theme park as well.
Theme park was the most plausible, so I had to go with that.
I have not been in the headspace to even consider what I would make up despite asking you to do it at the moment. And I'm kind of glad because y'all are swinging real hard right now. This stuff's really good. Y'all ready for our next topic here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Up next, one of you put Edelberg?
Edelberg?
Edelargberg. Edelargberg. I assume this is somewhere in Europe. But I could be really wrong about that. As is the tradition now, I suppose. Ryyudo. What's Edelberg?
Edelberg is a place in Europe. I saw that. I'm like, that's too good not to use. Edelberg is a place in Europe, as you called out there. Very known for being a very hilly spot, and known for a lot of cycling in that area and everything like that. A lot of big hills, kind of going up and down there. Kind of being closer to Tour de France, able to do a lot of training kind of nearby and everything like that while still in the area. And in 1970s, the road was asphalted at that point, and they did a lot of hairpin turns and everything like that. So you got a really vigorous area to kind of both ride around and drive around to a certain degree, but it's mostly known for its cycling.
So this is like a famous cycling training location.
I'm not going to say famous per se, but within the biking community.
I mean, I guess really the question is like, what part of cycling is truly famous ever since we found out that the one guy was doping,
It's like, we know the one from the US, and the rest is like, I don't know, go to the mountains, I guess.
Yeah, go bike up some hills.
Yeah, get off our road. How dare you?
Oh God, I get so much of that being a cyclist in the States.
Oh, I feel you on that. I think I've lamented to you that we just have no sidewalks here or side of the road here, so I can't really cycle.
I am deeply fortunate in having a lot of like cycle path, not very close to me. I still have to spend some time in like my local neighborhood, but I also have pretty good gams, if I do say so myself. So like a lot of the times cars are like trying to pass me, but I'm doing 20. Like, it's way easier if they just slow down, champ.
You need to go to Edelberg. Ed Largeberg.
Ed Largeberg.
Ed and Eddieberg.
Hang on, let's get another look at that real quick.
Ed Largeberg. That's
Edlerberg. Edlerberg. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. That makes a lot more sense. What's Edlerberg?
It's pronounced Edelberg. So, as I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with, Antarctica isn't actually owned by any particular country, but rather sort of base camps are set up, stations are set up, and there's some amount of like drawing lines. These are the areas that we're using. So Switzerland actually owns a base in Antarctica named Edelberg, and it's pretty close to the border of Antarctica. Like, it's not inward; it's very close to the ocean, and there's a lot of activity around there. If you're not familiar with the sites, if you look to your left, snow, and if you look to your right, there's also snow. And some penguins, but it's a research station owned by Switzerland.
Huh. You said it's in a very snowy place. This is like one of those like very neutral like Arctic places, right?
Well, Antarctic, but yeah.
Antarctic. Okay. Just making sure that I can keep these things straight in my own.
It's
head.
pretty close to the coast, for port access.
Close to coast. Okay. I guess that makes sense. And they do a lot of science over.
They do. They love their science in Switzerland.
It's like their big export down there in both it's Switzerland?
Yeah, it's that, chocolate, and bank accounts pretty much.
Damn.
As you do.
Science, money, and chocolate. All interwoven in one glorious, harmonious cultural stew.
Or cultural lie.
Yeah, it could also just be a big old fib. Speaking of this stuff, Thejewker. What's
Edelgard Fire Emblem, as it's known, is a very cool thing in Russia. It is the name of a famous iceberg that washed up in 1940. It was regarded as the biggest iceberg that had ever been found near land.
So the one of the objects that is famous for being incredibly deep in the water.
It got near
to
the land.
shore.
Correct.
Like onto the shore where people could go, wow, big ice.
That's a lot of ice.
Wow, that's a lot of ice.
That's what they said in Russia.
Damn, big ice out in here.
Yo, big ups to my man Iceberg.
Yo, he's got the wettest lettuce. Damn, you gotta get in on Iceberg's lettuce.
I can't believe this would come back to the lettuce. I didn't even bring it up yet.
Russians
Well,
out
now
here
you
naming
know.
things in
You
German.
know the truth.
Finally, somebody's saying it.
All right. So we got hang on, hold on. I gotta
Listen,
reset her after
they asked Edelberg if they knew the iceberg from the Titanic, and they were friends.
So we have a town that's like popular with European cyclists for training, and we have an Antarctic research base owned by the Swedish.
Nope. Switzerland.
Switzerland. The Swiss and the Swedes, I always do a very American job of keeping straight, and
They're
I'm
European.
so
What?
sorry.
Like, what, what flavor of European do you want, buddy?
Look, coming from the side of the globe with North, South, and Central Americans, like, fuck us. Like,
We do kind of suck.
Yeah, we do. We got South, we got Southwest, we got West, we got Midwest.
Oh, God. You're Midwest if you aren't in Portland or Seattle is what I have come to understand. I've spoken to Californians that are like, oh yeah, I'm Midwestern. It's like, dog, you're west of the Rockies. There's nothing mid about your west. It is top tier west.
Don't look at
That's
me.
terrifying. You're east.
This is advanced West.
Yeah.
West
West
plus.
DX.
West DX. I think that this is I think that this is a Ryyudo one. I feel like as a guy who likes bicycling, you would think, oh, Wobbly would know about a place where like people like study competitive cycling and like train. I like biking for fun and myself. I don't know anything really about like real competitive. I watched Yaomushi pedal a couple of times, but
I've watched that.
oh, it's a good. I'm not gonna get into
Is
it.
that like an anime?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
an anime.
Word.
I am gonna get into it now. It's a really good sports anime about a kid who rides his bicycle to buy gunpla and like model kits and figures and nerd shit, but he lives like several towns over, like kind of in the mountains. And the local cycling team finds out that he's been riding this like dog shit single speed granny bike over there for years and years. They're like, it takes you how long? And the next thing you know, he's like learning to race competitive bicycling, and they like actually teach you about it too.
So it's initial D, but for bikes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. That is a great way to describe it.
Okay.
I am 100% in. Holy crap, that
Oh
sounds
my God.
amazing.
We should watch more of it in the Discord.
It's pretty sick.
It's really fun. Anyway, I'm going with Ryyudo on this one because I don't think that the Swiss was
Are you asking me?
You're looking at Swiss.
Swiss or Swedes? What?
Yeah, Swiss.
I don't feel like they would name a thing Edelberg. I don't think. It just doesn't seem like the right vibes on the name. All right, Rito, please tell me. Are you the one? Did I pick right?
I will tell you that Edelberg is a hill in Oudenaarde in the Belgian province of East Flanders.
No!
It's atop at 80 meters. It's one of the many hill formations in the Flemish Ardennes. I also realized I misspoke while I was explaining stuff, and I kind of glanced back over for a small reminder, and I said it's like used as training for like the Tour de France. I looked back over and it says Tour of Flanders, and I saw the Tour of F, and my brain just finished it with France. And I looked back over like, that was wrong. I'm so sorry.
Okay, the Tour of Flanders will be appearing in the next episode of Trust Me, I'm Smart.
It's coming back. Now you know what it is. Be ready. People are gonna lie to you over and over about it now.
We'll have to change seats at some point. We'll figure out how to make that work. All right. Well, I'm 2 for 3 so far. I'm feeling pretty good about this.
Yeah, you're on fire.
Oh, all right. So now we've been through 3. Everyone's had a chance for one of their things to pop up. Do we just a quick check with the group here? How we feeling? Good, bad, middling? Everything
Good is great.
Everything's checking out for you.
I'm kicking ass. I've got the most points, right?
It's either you or me, boss. I don't know how scoring works. I decided not to. At some point, I was like, you know what? There's enough moving pieces. I'm gonna be having to think about things and like running a scoreboard at the same time. Just I don't think I could do it. I was right. I was very correct.
Yeah, you're concerned with us lying. It's like all we have to do is lie. Like you got to run a whole show. If you had to lie on top of that as well,
Jeffrey loves lying to his friends.
It's true. Ryyudo left during Thanksgiving, for those who don't know, and left the stream in my hands. And he keeps asking. He's like, "What happened while I was gone?" And I keep saying, "Nothing happened."
He won't tell me. I literally, and I know it's gonna sound like a humble brag thing, but it's like the only way I can really parse it out here. I don't look at numbers and stuff like that when I stream. I came back and I get that automatic email it sends off, and it's like your subs increased by like 1,700, or was it 2,700? I'm like, what happened while I was gone? And he will refuse to tell me. he will not tell me what happened while I was gone.
One of the things that could have happened is they could have had a call to action go out, which is when the streamer looks at the audience and says, "Hey, folks, if you're enjoying the content that's going on today, you should click the names of the people that are in the title of the stream and perhaps follow this channel as well, where I'm trying to put together more shows like this one in a more timely manner. Your support is genuinely appreciated, and this station is fully funded by viewers such as yourself."
That was a really good segue.
Thanks.
It was.
Like you.
I couldn't have done it without the great setup. We're beastie balling up in here. All right. Well, I've got the next topic on the board. Let's go spin the camera and take a look. Mano del Desierto. What?
That means Hand of the Desert.
Yeah.
Thank you
Spoilers?
for translating.
Oh my
Jewker,
God.
would you care to go first, since you know so much about the Hand of the
Thank
Desert?
you. I know the Espanol.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
It's true.
goodness.
You do. You have to know it now.
Mano del Desierto, or La Mano de Punta del Este,
Ooh.
roughly translates to the Hand in the Sand. It is a sculpture that is a Chilean one, and it depicts 5 human fingers emerging from the sand. It's basically coming out of the sand. And it has become a symbol for Punta del Este, which is a real place that I definitely didn't make up.
Well, now that you've said that out loud in that particular phrasing cadence, I'm inclined to believe you intrinsically.
Good.
Also, yeah, thank you for the subs. That helps me live.
Now, yeah, I have more to add, though. The sculpture itself is actually, it's there to be a warning to the people, as this is actually on the beach. Essentially, it is there to warn people of the dangers of drowning.
So they just like stuck a hand in the water and were like, "Don't be like the sculpture."
But not in the water, in the sand.
Wait,
Like 50 Cent.
Yeah, it's a big hand that says stop. This is the
not
place
the
where
hand in the
drowning
water.
happens.
Are you stupid? This is, trust me, I'm smart, dude.
right?
Yeah, if you drown here, you're so dumb.
Look, I don't make the assertion that I'm smart. However, y'all are fabulous and brilliant. I guess it would be weird if Mano del Desierto was in water. Seems like it's a dumb idea.
It drowns immediately.
It's
bad
in the sand of the beach. Why do they call it Mano del Desierto? I don't know.
Sand of the beach for the Mano del
But
Desierto.
it has the alternate name of La Mano de Punta del Este, and
Okay, that seems true and real. Unfortunately, it seems like the kind of thing people would do. That's rough on me. Hey, Bone Daddy, you got opinions about Mano del Desierto?
Yeah, this is actually a natural formation in Belize. In the sort of wilderness of Belize, there's a large outcropping, a butte that is I guess they're typically described as like a mesa. It's a big, basically platform, but it kind of looks almost like a hand lifting the ground up. And so it was named Mano del Desierto. And this was the idea behind it. It's just a natural formation that happened to have a pretty badass name.
I can believe this because we got all kinds of like interesting geological. I'm trying to remember what it is, but somewhere along like the East Coast, in sort of like the Virginias, somewhere in there, there's some like Devil's Tower or whatever, and it's just some rock. It's just some cylindrical rock. I went to it one time with a girlfriend of mine's family. They were like, "Yeah, check this out." It was like 30 degrees colder than the entire rest of the season, and also the wind was going 300 miles an hour up there. That's
the devil's work.
Yeah, no, it sucked. It's almost like they made a flyer that said, "This rock sucks," and then a bunch of people wanted to go to it for whatever reason.
That sounds boring.
It was. I was like 16. I didn't like it. It was bad. Now I kind of appreciate it more. It's definitely better than Mount Rushmore, which is just like one of the worst experiences I've ever had. You said Belize.
Yeah, it's in Belize.
Can I be fully American on this stream for 1 second?
Yeah, please. I encourage you to be fully American.
Like, kind of where is Belize?
It's in Central America.
Central America.
Do you have access to Wikipedia? You could look up Belize.
I could, but I don't want to, because if I look things up, I feel like that's in a bad form for the show.
Yeah, it's a shame, because if you look at the Wikipedia article of Belize, you're going to see Mano del Desierto on it. So
Mano del Desierto. This wiener, this sand wiener over here is gonna ruin me. Ryyudo,
No, it's a hand.
What's Mano del Desierto?
So, similar to what Thejewker said, it is a sculpture that is currently displayed over in the Met over in New York. It's made by Edgar Degas. It was made in 1987, and the big thing is that it was kind of like that whole. Okay, I went through like the whole Vietnam War and everything like that, and it sounds ridiculous, but I did have a friend who did die in the jungles to quicksand, and unfortunately kind of saw the hand as like the last thing that he saw and everything like that. And as a way of handling that PTSD, just decided, handling that PTSD. Thejewker, you're evil. How dare you?
We do jokes around here. We do jokes.
Made a sculpture to kind of just say, this is a remembrance of my friend, but also at the same time saying there was more to the war than just fighting against these other folks and everything like that, but everything was against us in that war, and this is a symbol of that situation. I think people were mad because of the hand joke, and I didn't even say it was Thejewker.
So
you do not under
sorry.
Circumstances gotta hand it to Ryyudo.
Oh, we have fun here.
Yeah. I just realized there's a bucket of crabs behind me.
Yeah, are you allergic? Is that a problem?
I don't really know why they're over there. I don't remember what I was cooking.
Crabs. You were cooking crabs.
Were, and then you apparently stopped.
I mean, look, I guess they are red. Crabs don't typically have that hearty red color unless they've been yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think those crabs are good, everyone. I think the crabs might be bad.
Love these crabs though. They're as red as me.
All right, so who's telling the truth?
We've got a sculpture on a beach named after a desert man. We've got a what was the names? The name of the artist again one more time?
Edgar Degas.
Edgar Degas, which is a name that I do recognize. It does seem real. And we have a geological formation that reminds me by description of Namek.
Okay.
Namek or Namek?
I mean, your touchstone being Dragon Ball Z is telling, but go on.
Yeah, you know, look, I'm being fully American over here, and that means questionable education. You know,
learn
about
from anime.
world
Actually, that's
in
very
general.
US, honestly. I learned from anime.
Oh gosh, both you and Thejewker Ryyudo sound like you know what you're talking about in big ways. I feel less confident about Auth, which is terrifying. That's the haunting shit for
that's
Auth.
where it sends you wrong.
Yeah, that's the messed up stuff there. Aren't there buttes in New Mexico? There are big buttes in New Mexico. There's also buttes in Oregon. I lived in the shadow of one for a long time. So like buttes aren't like really localized. I can tell you that much.
I was waiting
gonna-
for someone to say I like big boots.
Like big buttes, and I cannot lie.
Thank you, Super Retro. I love you.
I'm gonna go with authorblues again.
What?
You think it's me?
I think it's you. I think it's authorblues. I think that this is a weird geological feature.
Yeah, for sure. So let me tell you a little bit about this weird geological feature that doesn't exist.
Damn it! No! Oh, nuts! All right, well then if I get to 50-50 it, I'm gonna go with Ryyudo then.
All right. So the dancing class by Edgar Degas is in the Met right now. It was made in 1870, actually.
Wait. Oh, is that?
I took some
That's a
other art
lie.
and I just flapped it
Yeah,
in.
Degas would not have been able to make something in 1970.
When I heard that artist's name, I was fucking losing it because as the New Yorker in the call, I was like, "That's a fucking lie!" Immediately, and I'm gonna let him fucking cook.
Holy shit! I have been.
I had to look it up. Degas died in 1917, so his work in 1970 is actually pretty astonishing.
I have been.
That's how good he was.
So completely had. By this.
You got so ahead. The artist's real name is Mario Razabo.
Oh god,
That is
and
his real
Luigi's
name.
been in the news even.
I know. He's the one who put the hand in the sand for his brother Luigi. This is a Chilean artist, but it's a Uruguayan beach is what it is. Pretty cool. You want to see a picture? Let me show you a picture.
Yes,
Not that
actually,
we can
I
really-
am curious.
Yeah, no, I'll put that on screen. Actually, I'll just link it in the. Oh, it's way bigger than
huge.
I imagined.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Don't drown. Do not drown. This is what will happen to you.
That
You
thing
will
is
be
stopping you from drowning, in all fairness. That thing is massive.
Will be a big beach hand.
It's a really
I'm sorry,
cool
that's
sculpture.
considerably larger than I was anticipating.
Same.
I thought this thing was just gonna be like a thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think this was like the banana taped to the wall?
I did.
Someone
I was
taped their
thinking, like-
hand to the wall.
I was just thinking like a person-sized hand, which is already impressive. If you sculpt a hand the size of a person, you'll get a light applause from me. But that is something else.
I want to point out, you could see the detail in the fingers. You can see the thumbnails that are overreaching a bit. They have some width to them. The bending on the fingers, you can see the lines on them. It honestly, it's a really good sculpture.
That's
really
insane.
is.
I think this is a winner in terms of finding something cool out.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's like the weird secondary cool function of like putting this together is that we do end up like learning something, which I know is for squares, and nobody would like learn things on purpose or whatever, but I am secretly making edutainment. Yo, Billy One Kirby, thank you for the raid. Welcome to you're exactly here in time between rounds where we're talking about Mano del Desierto, which is I guess now I should probably like put it on the stream somewhere.
Oh yeah, you gotta show.
Do it just like last time. That'll be sick.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Tiny little picture.
You know what? Hang on, I found a better way to do it. Let me spin the camera around here.
Oh, yo, let's go.
Yeah. Got a bigger surface to put it on. So we have just been fed a couple of lies about a different sculpture and a third thing that I don't recall off the top of my head.
Rocks.
I'm a monster. Huh? But we're about to grab yet another one. So give me 1 second to swing us back over here. So this has been fun. I'm joined here by my brilliant friends, authorblues, Thejewker, and Ryyudo.
Excuse me, Bone Daddy.
And Bone Daddy, that's right. I'm sorry. We retitled you because you did bring us excellence in memery, in fact. And I am about to slap a new topic up on the thing. Dear God.
Well, this is gonna be good.
All right, everybody. Let the memes fly. It's time to talk about Pizza Farm. Now, for those of you who are completely unfamiliar with the program, I have asked my good friends here to put these topics into a hat. And we're pulling them out sort of one at a time in the sequence here. And two of them are lying to me. One of them is telling the truth. And I have to figure out what the correct explanation for whatever the phenomena is. And now it's Pizza Farm.
Listen, the real winner is whoever goes up and gets a slice of pizza. Even if you're watching right now, go get yourself a slice.
I
I think all past pizza. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I feel left out.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I believe we started with Thejewker last time, right?
Yeah, we're going back left. So Bone Daddy's next.
Yeah. All right, Bone Daddy. What's Pizza Farm, Bone Daddy?
I don't know. What's a pizza with you?
Oh, yuck. So this one is an interesting name, but a mostly boring thing. This is a guy who built a farm in upstate New York and named it Pizza Farm. It's not too far outside of Syracuse. And outside of the relatively interesting name, this farm is about as plain as it gets. Livestock, agriculture. It just happens to be called Pizza Farm, which is why it gets its own Wikipedia entry.
And so people, what I'm hearing then is people
are aware of it. People are aware of it by name, so it has a little bit of notoriety. But as far as actual content about this farm, not a lot to speak of.
Okay. So it's literally just a farm that happens to be named Pizza Farm, is what you're asserting.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. What do they farm there? Is it like agriculture? Is it like a ranch? Do they do animals there?
It's mostly livestock. So I mean, they keep cows.
To help off, ranch does go with pizza. That is usually a thing.
All right, we need to delete Thejewker from his chair.
Thejewker, you're being banned from life. All right. Well, I think I've heard enough out of Bone Daddy for a minute. Rito, what do you got for us?
Pizza Farm is actually just Bitcoin with another bullcrap name, and it is very uninteresting and absolutely
you could just stop there. I think you won.
No, that's it. There's nothing else to say. I read it. I'm like, I'm done.
It's just bullshit Bitcoin crypto farming.
There's nothing interesting to say about it because it's the same as everything else.
You could pretty much say that about any name, and I'm gonna buy it, right? Like, you tell me that this is a name. Well, yeah, for sure. But this is the name of some brand new shitcoin, and I'm like, yeah, that checks out.
Yeah,
it's Ace card.
God dang.
Oof. We live in an era
We live in a society.
We do.
God, the wildest part about this shit is that, like, you're right. I 100% am just like, that's gonna be dog shit. This sucks. Okay. All right. Damn. I don't even have follow-up questions. I gotta think on this. Thejewker, what do you got for me? What's
Hi,
your...
hey, as the New York pizza aficionado, let me tell you that Pizza Farm, it's not a place, it's more of a term than anything. It could be a farm-based one that is a food service establishment that sells pizza, or maybe it's some kind of demonstration that educates, like we're doing right now, people about agriculture by growing pizza ingredients. And sometimes it's on a circular piece of land, kind of like the pizza slices. There are many of them all over the U.S. There is the Pizza Farm at Cobb Ranch, our Pizza Farm, as in the letter R. There's even one in Canada.
What?
Yeah. That's crazy, right? There's also ones in New York, Wisconsin, Iowa, Minnesota, Indiana, and Wisconsin.
Okay.
The one in New York is the Amber Waves Farm, because I'm gonna just go out here and say Pizza Farm just being a generic place in New York, that hurts me. I can't believe that Off would do this. That was a personal attack.
I'm sorry to bring you this bad news.
This is terrible to hear this.
Okay. So one of these is like a very real system of like slice-based farms. Another one is crypto coin, and another one is a completely mundane, uninteresting, no good, normal, regular farm that happens to be named Pizza Farm.
How disappointing would that be?
That would be incredibly disappointing to find out that you're telling the truth.
Bone Daddy would lie to you, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, without even meaning it.
Bone Daddy would both lie to me and do a really good job lying to me.
100%.
Like, Ryyudo gave you one sentence and it was really believable.
All you needed for that one.
Yeah. What do you want me to say?
Ryyudo's right.
No, it didn't.
Like if Ryyudo's right, it almost does a disservice to say more because it's so believable on the surface.
Yeah.
Like a pizza.
God. I want this to be Thejewker. So I'm gonna put my hope in a basket, and I'm gonna say that this is big Thejewker energy. Also feel like you would find this one on purpose rather than click random. All right.
All right. I did click random, and I was fucking losing it that, of course, the New York guy got the pizza one.
I knew it! It had to be real! Pizza Farm is real, everyone!
This is a real term. They just have places where they grow pizza.
Wow.
That's some Willy Wonka shit.
Right? It's too straightforward.
Come with me and you'll see a world of pizza nation.
I can't believe you made that fit. I'm upset.
I am so thrilled. I'm so thrilled that Pizza Farm is real.
They are. And listen, it's all over the US. There is the one, as I mentioned, in Canada. You could go there.
Okay.
Where is the Canadian one? The Canadian one.
Curiosity, Thejewker, while you're searching up here. You mentioned Wisconsin twice in your list of states. Was that like just there's two in Wisconsin?
There's two in Wisconsin.
Okay. I was just curious.
The list open. I didn't realize I did that until you mentioned it just now, but you're absolutely right. Wisconsin and also Wisconsin.
Yeah.
You got cheese trees there.
While we let that slide, I'm sitting like, Is that a lie? I'm being buffooned now. I was believing it until that point.
I didn't even think about it. I've still been.
I didn't think about it either. Let me show you the examples that are on the article, because I opened it up again to refresh myself, and you can see the orders. So I read the states. It was like, yeah, it's got Wisconsin, New York, Iowa, Minnesota, Indiana, Wisconsin. I was like,
God damn. All right,
hilarious.
That's buck wild. Okay. All right. Well, we've got one more before we've been around the table 2 times. So I am going to go ahead, and after we've been through the table, of course, 2 times, I will move us on to our mini game, where we will shake things up just a little bit with a special segment that I have prepared. So, but buckle up for that. Hang on tight to your underpants. We're gonna play a different game after we finish this round up. So let's look at the back wall here. We're looking at the Memphis Pyramid. Which is, I assume, a pyramid somewhere in Memphis. That makes sense to me on like knee-jerk reaction. But Rita, what do you got about Memphis and its pyramid?
You know the Bass Pro Fishing Shop?
Yes.
The big pyramid?
Yeah.
That's it. That's the Memphis Pyramid. It used to be a stadium at one point of life there. Didn't really work out. Was trying to get more people attracted to, like, the sports that have going on there and everything like that. Just didn't happen. The pyramid went kaput for quite a few years trying to find another buyer. The buyer happened to be Billy Big Bass Mouth, and now it is the Bass Pro Fishing Shop Pyramid that we all know, and everyone's gone there loves it, at least, but I assume we all love it.
Billy Big Bass Mouth, huh?
I forgot his name immediately, and Boyce is gonna kill me for that one.
I mean, I do know that there is the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid somewhere. Like, Huh. I mean, I guess? I guess this makes sense to me.
I mean, you have two people to go, so it might not make any sense as you go forward.
I do. Okay. All right. I want to ask questions about it, but like I feel like I know about it. So I guess Thejewker. What's the Memphis Pyramid?
The Memphis Pyramid, formerly known as the Great American Pyramid and the Pyramid Arena, or as it's known now, Ryyudo might be telling the truth, he might be lying, is a Bass Pro Shop currently. It is located in, believe it or not, Memphis, Tennessee. Now, that pyramid generates a lot of tourism. It has a ecosystem, I believe, at the top because of the lights that the pyramid produces. There's a lot of bugs up there, so I think owls hang out up there.
Right.
It is a pretty cool place. It's obviously, built by aliens because, I mean, that's where all the pyramids come from. Everybody knows this.
Right.
Wikipedia confirmed that?
I feel
That's
like,
true, yeah.
Yeah, they have
feel
all
like
entries.
you're
It has been
somehow.
used for a bunch of various events, though. It's been used by the NBA. Elvis had a concert in honor of him there. It's got a lot of things.
This feels like patent falsehood, right? This seems the least likely of the bunch of them. All right, I'm gonna take it at face value. Alien pyramid. All right, light me up.
Aliens didn't invent geometry. Thank you.
That's right. No human could have come up with things. We're famously bad at coming up with things.
Do you believe in the theory of internal ramps or external ramps for building the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid?
External.
All right, Oth. What's the Memphis Pyramid, boss?
Okay, I have two options for your consideration. The first is,
True story.
have you ever heard the story of the largest Bass Pro Shop in the United States? It's actually, and this is going to blow your mind, in the shape of a giant pyramid.
That's fucked up. That's unreal.
It's located in Memphis, Tennessee. Now, if you're willing to believe that horse piss, I've actually got a better answer for you. This was actually part of a major promotional campaign by the Texas Commission for Barbecue, where they were trying to emulate the style of the food pyramid that was previously and commonly advertised to children to explain to them how to build a proper diet. But instead, it featured all of the different types of barbecue that you should try in the greater Texas area, and it got informally called the Memphis Pyramid.
That seems really correct. Also, I seem to have fixed the guess indicators, so that's great. Anyway, I'm gonna go with Ryyudo. Ryyudo, is this just the Bass Pro Shop?
So you know what's messed up? I recently watched a video about this, and it's fresh in my head, and I'm like, this is the perfect way to tap into that knowledge. But I am technically telling the truth with extreme gaps in it. Juker's actually right.
No shit.
I DM'd Ryyudo. I'm like, did we fucking submit the same thing? Excuse me?
No, I just recently watched a video. It's fresh in my head. I didn't forget about it quite yet. And then you got the details of Alice. I'm like, oh, dang it. I should have thrown that in there. Dang it.
I was just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. What are the odds that someone submitted the same exact thing?
Yeah.
Nope, it turns out he fucking knew.
I just knew. And then people were doubting me. I'm like, oh my God, what part is that? All of it was correct. That's the thing. I never said anything technically bad about any of that. I was correct.
It was because you said Boyks was going to be upset, and Boyks is
Oh, because I didn't get Bally. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. He's never been upset in his life. Wait, no, he's played Spike Out.
So you both submitted Memphis Pyramid too? Because I did as well.
Oh, you did? Whoa, well, yeah, totally.
What a tiny world we have ended up in. That's wild and disgusting, and I do appreciate it.
It's a cool pyramid, probably.
I mean, I guess it is like the only stateside pyramid. Messed up, Juker. I guess that's 100 points for all of you at this point.
Okay,
I mean,
well, thank you.
If you ignore the fact that the Luxor exists, yeah, the esports pyramid,
The gamer pyramid.
yeah, and that's also not a joke.
I gotta say, Ryyudo, it's about time. I'm sick of squares being every console. It's time we get a pyramid shaped console.
You know what? You're right. Let's go. We're
Honestly,
gonna make it like tomorrow.
I'm sick of the cube. It's simple. Everybody has a cube or like a rectangle. We need a pyramid shaped console. Everybody, think of it. Think of the excitement of owning a pyramid that you just like flip the top off of the pyramid, the little point, and you just put the cartridge in, and it's like, there you go.
Okay,
That rule. We
remember.
I was gonna say we should take over like how alcohol bottles take like really oddly shaped bottles so they could take more shelf space. We're gonna do that with the video game console war. We're just gonna take more shelf space by making the pyramid console.
Okay, but I also like this pyramid console thing because you could flip every other box upside down, right? And then they would stack perfectly. But your competitors, fuck them. They can't sit on the shelf.
Yeah,
Get out of here,
genius.
This is disgusting. And I do love it. So, folks,
I the game amid.
I have a miniature game in the middle of this. If you are interested in playing,
Yeah, absolutely.
We should call it a mini game.
Oh, shit! That's a really good idea and a good name about this stuff.
Nice one, Bone Daddy.
Thanks.
I have secretly, during the prep of this, I know that y'all thought that I sent you off to go do all this homework and like submit these articles and like find some things that are fun and good and like you're here to read. And I have also been doing my own legwork. I have gone behind your backs.
You don't even have legs.
I have lied to you through a mission, and I have created a segment, for points that I'm calling "Pin the Praise on the Player." I have reached out to our friends, some of your loved ones, and I have gotten words of admiration and kindness.
Oh no.
How badly is it going
directed
to break
at
your
you.
layout if I hang up?
Yeah, did we just disappear? Or this whole thing stop?
If you were in contact with Lonely, she's just gonna talk mad shit about me. There's not gonna be any praise in there.
And I
You have
have
no contact to my wife.
I have kind of words to read to you about how much we all enjoy you, and I would like to fourscore make you guess who the kind words are angled toward.
Okay, that's actually pretty good.
All right. Why the fuck not?
Juker right now, the master of giving compliments at all times of the day, now pinned in this situation. What will Juker do?
All right, so the first one we have here is that blank might be the coolest person that I know. I don't know anyone who's better at lifting others' spirits at the drop of a hat. I feel lucky
Wobbly.
to call him my friend.
Ryyudo.
Wobbly.
Wobbly.
Okay, pinning it back on me. Hold on now.
We're all just gonna say wobbly as the correct answer. Look, each time it's just gonna be wobbly.
You fool, you had holes in the rules.
I wasn't aware that was an option. It's wobbly.
It wasn't an option, but I do really
It
appreciate
wasn't, but we
that.
decided to make it an option.
Your impulse reaction was correct. This is
Of course
a
it was.
personalized
Aw.
comment for our good friend Ryyudo.
I
I
love
have-
you, whoever that is.
I have another one. I've come to know you for a very long time, and seeing who you've become from where you started has been impressive, to say the least. You stand for good things and try your best to be a good person above all, and that means the world to me. Thanks for being you, dude.
Wobbly.
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 Y'all are me.
I would say that's pretty nice.
I can't believe that you're all throwing this game show.
I mean,
The
if we're
points
wrong,
don't matter.
yeah.
The only reward is helping lift a friend, and we're doing that right now.
You know,
see, Wobbly's on camera. They take their praise.
I should have seen this coming because I did just send people were like, oh, it's gonna be obvious that it's me, and I was like, no, the whole point is that like my friends are wonderful and I would like to just say nice things to and about them for like a moment, so I should have probably seen the riposte coming here. That's on me. Is that we established
Harry.
before the stream
Yeah.
went live.
For sure.
Well, while it's not against the rules, it is out of character for me to vote for myself. So this one has to be Juker.
I would say off, honestly.
I'm gonna say Ryyudo just to be contrarian.
just to be flippant. Well, this
We already
isn't-
know it's not, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
say it anyway.
I ain't going shit.
This is,
Despite
in
the-
fact, some good old Thejewker praise. This is
Hey,
for you.
I've never failed at a game like this.
Oth
You were real
knows
good at this.
all the
I know
things.
cool people, and I know the things people say about cool people.
this is one that off wrote, isn't it?
No, I actually explicitly was unable to contact you because I would have had to send you the form. These are from the community, and I do have some of the people. Like, I left a thing where they could tell me who they were, and I've decided, I think, in this moment, not to share with you who is saying what nice things about you. You just have to live with the fact that lurking in the darkness are cool people that appreciate you on a personal level.
It's like Batman, but with like
Could be
compliments instead of
anyone.
batarangs.
I can't believe it was Ryyudo.
Okay, I've
I'll say that
got
to your
a
face, I'm not a
couple
coward.
more of these. I promise we won't spend all night on. But
I could though.
I've rarely seen anyone as willing to help others or use their connections to bring people together to the extent that I've seen from this person. Responsible, trustworthy, and kind. This
Wobbly.
person lives
That's-
up to an inspirational standard and being a force for good in the community.
Wobbly.
And also
Wobbly.
knows how to tech a throw.
Wobbly.
Shit. Gotta be Ryyudo.
Yeah, that last part. I'm like, that sounds like both off and Juker, because that's how I feel about them literally. And knows how to take a throw. Well, they don't. No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I know nothing about how to tech a throw. Hey, ask me what it means to tech a throw.
Yeah, actually, off. Put it on the board, Wobbly. What is it? What is teching throws? A bone daddy. Sorry.
Teching throws is when you simultaneously throw on the same frame to cancel them and gain a frame advantage.
Is this what a Roman cancel
Mostly right.
is?
No, Roman cancels
Not
when you
even
walk
close.
around the forest looking for celebrities to deplatform.
Great job, Wally. You were almost correct entirely, except for that last little bit. That only applies to one game or 2 games.
Nuts! I was so close.
I was impressed though.
All right, I have we'll do 2 more. 2 more, I promise. I have a shitload.
But that was
Oh my gosh.
That was Ryyudo.
That was Ryyudo, yes.
Okay, I thought I was about to find out that Thejewker knows how to tech a throw really well.
I actually do. I
He
did
does.
take karate.
Just not loud about it, huh?
No, I didn't get far in karate, but I definitely learned how to do that.
Cool guys don't look at explosion. Cool guys don't tell you if they know how to tech a throw.
That's right. I was gonna throw Thejewker the moment I saw him, but it would have been over for me.
The other day on the front page, I was actually teching most of the throws Ryyudo had at me. You remember?
That's not even true. Most of the games even have throw tech.
Dude, what are you talking? I'm talking about Street Fighter X Tekken. That's even in the name, Tekken.
Oh,
Yeah,
here, Tekken,
So
my
it's a Tekken
Tekken.
thing. Now I understand. Okay.
All right.
You
Hey,
did. You were
long
good.
time watcher, first time commenter. You're an absolute pillar of what makes Twitch great. An excellent entertainer through and through. Speed runs, achievements, dog football commentary, monkeying around, whatever it is you're doing. You handle it with a cool head and plenty of humor that makes you a joy
Probably.
to watch and brings smiles to
Okay,
all
this
involved.
one's pretty
Yeah,
obvious.
that's easily
This
why.
one's pretty obvious. It's Ryyudo.
This is also part of the House of
I
Blues
mean-
experience, by the way.
I have technically done a speed run. I did have a world record at one time, and I do retro achievementing, so it's clearly wobbly.
Yeah,
That's
it's got to be Ryyudo.
There's nobody who loves
Definitely
hunting
gotta be
for
off.
achievements more than me. All of you are posers when it comes to hunting for achievements.
But yeah, I think Thejewker's the one who even does any achievements whatsoever.
I've been doing it
Really.
since like 2019 or 2020, to give you an example.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know all about Ryyudo's elevator action speedruns, so.
Yeah, my one speed run that I do. I ain't done an achievement in my life.
All right. Last one, and then we'll go back to the meat of the thing after this brain break.
You didn't tell us the answer.
Oh, it was off.
Okay.
That's an
You
author.
sure here.
What?
Type
No, that's a
statement.
lie. That's a lie. I don't believe you.
Last one. You're the reason I know all of my favorite people on Twitch. He gives off an energy which cannot help but inspire the people around him. Try their hardest at whatever they're doing. Kind, thoughtful, genuine, in a world that rewards being very fake. The world needs more people like them in it.
Wobbly.
Wobbly.
Wobbly. That one's easy.
How
Yeah.
dare you?
We don't dare, we do.
I mean, know all of my favorite people through you? Like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
Wobbly.
Shit.
Yeah, honestly. It's been working out great for me. All right, fair. we earned this one.
Even the chat is saying wobbly.
That it's an author blues one, believe it or not. I actually did get a couple. People broke the rules on my forum, and they did write some nice things about me.
Read one of those, then, Snake.
Read one of all right. There's no option
on,
for Wobbly
Snake.
Python on here. Must be an accident. I'm sure someone will fix it. I'll just put
That's
it
from
here
Tina.
for now.
That's Tina. That's Tina. 100%
We
that's
need
Tina.
more people
Calling you
like
out.
you in the world.
Fucking call
Tina
out.
energy.
I mean that with my whole heart. It's honestly been kind of difficult to find the words to put here, especially. But if you don't put something to paper, I'll never get to it.
I don't fucking believe you.
You're just as worthy of praise. So much what I wrote for everyone else applies to you, too. You're a great entertainer who continues to inspire me, and I'm sure many others. Thank you for including me on this. It means the world to me.
Tina
And
is
you're
both the type of person who would write that and the sort of person who would lie about it. So.
wrong.
Yeah.
It was not Tina. I do have the receipts on this one. Incorrect.
We've been gotten
Tina
got.
under an alias? What do you want me to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Blina hacks. I knew it.
Look,
It's so obvious.
Did you send out this form during October? Did it say Screama hacks?
No, I did it. I did it after so you may remember in our DMs, I was trying really hard to like get y'all to like lock in and confirm, right? And we're doing the show at like 6 p.m. on a Thursday, the day of the Game Awards, because I could get all of you here. No, I had to wait until you all locked in to send this form around to a bunch of people. It was really difficult to get this around in time and like curate these responses.
I'm glad we put you through some stress.
Oh, I was
not due to the Game Awards, but around the Game Awards. It's even funnier.
Dude, I go live in like 2 hours. I just want to say it's always weird streaming during the Game Awards because my chat's always like, "This is so boring. We hate watching things." I'm like, "I don't even watch it. Why the fuck are you bringing it up? They do this every year."
There's literally another show on right in front of you right now. It's me.
Yeah.
Just watch me.
Why do you care? I say every year I'm gonna have this argument in another hour and a half. And I'm gonna be like, "Stop fucking watching the game."
So my most active people with like the mod sword, right? We're like, if anybody comes in here and talks about the fucking Game Awards, we're going to time them out for the day.
Damn.
Yeah,
How many
there
did you
they
get?
go.
Yeah, no, absolutely correct answer. I might have to do that because every time it's like, we're so sad at watching this. It was a waste of time. Like, no fucking shit.
Yeah. There's so many other things related to gaming you could be watching right now.
even
Like, trust
fun to
me, I'm
read.
smart.
It's
On
just
Twitch,
bad.
twitch.tv/wobblypython.
I'm too nice. I'm like, whatever. You want to talk about it? Cool, go for it.
Oh,
Cannot add any value to it whatsoever.
That shit.
On my channel, I should say. Not here. Do not do it here. On my channel, like, good
That's
for
how
you,
get
I
timed
guess.
out here.
I don't know. I guess I if you care about that much, don't.
Yeah, don't. Do you love this really stupid thing? We're united in telling you that you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing though that everybody like goes out of their minds for the other 364 days of the year trying to find ad blockers, and then they all willfully go watch an ad.
Oh my god, that is the most we live in a society thing you've ever said.
That is.
I'm turning into the Jonkler.
The wobbler is here.
All right. Well, thank you for indulging me while I butter you up.
Thank you everyone for buttering us up.
That was very sweet.
Yeah,
very
I
nice.
have no words, honestly. It's great.
It's been a really hard year for a lot of people. I know that like, you know, people have taken breaks from things, people have had to move, people have had like their towns tornadoed, and a variety of other things. And so I kind of thought it would be nice to grab everybody that I could, you know, hear on the panel and take a moment and just be like, hey, thanks. Thanks for being here so much. And like helping me do this. I'm gonna send them the spreadsheet after this. I mean, I guess I could.
We're gonna need to.
I don't
Yeah.
feel like I should. Maybe I'll scrub the attribution bit and I'll just like hand over
that's
the pile
fair.
of nice things
Aw.
to everybody. But on that, we do have a show to do, and I've changed the deal. The deal is now different. It is slightly different, and I'm not going to tell you how because I've been watching a lot of Game Changer, and I think that's fun.
It's game changer.
I've heard good things.
Mm-hmm.
People tell me if you love Taskmaster, you'll love Game Changers.
The goalposts have been moved in a way that is inscrutable to you. Anyway, our next article that I'm pulling from the hat is Sex Kick.
This is something that I'm on.
Are you all?
No, there wasn't more than that. That was it.
That's it. In the end.
Would you
Juker
care to
made his
lead
own
us off
article.
then?
It's just a link to my Twitch channel. That's it.
Welcome to the Sex Kick, baby.
That's it. Next person.
Oh, all right, that's it. Juker's on it. That's Sex Kick, everybody. All right, Ryyudo, what's Sex Kick?
So it's a technique that's been actually introduced to Smash Brothers, not in Melee, but in Brawl. And specifically, it is a move that you used jump A, and it keeps a move out for a elongated amount of time. And once it gets to the ground, then it auto cancels and stuff like that there. So it's considered a very good active move for the entire duration of your jump. And it kind of keeps you a little bit defensive and everything like that.
Okay, so it's a sex kick is a video game thing.
I mean, more than just a video game thing. It's Smash Brothers.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh no. What is there like a type of character that is prone to doing sex kicks, or?
It comes from Luigi for the most part. Just because you use neutral A.
This is the biggest lie you've ever told. Luigi would never be capable of sex.
That's why he put into a kick. He took all that sexual pent-up energy and put it into a kick, and it lasts for ages. But no one gets to experience that because no one's having sex with Luigi. That is a mistake.
I heard that his back is actually injured and that he's unable to get down.
Well played, Wobbly.
Hey, what's a sex kick, Bone Daddy?
So I misunderstood the rules and wasn't aware that these all had to be Wikipedia articles. This is actually from Urban Dictionary. It's a term means, the opposite of a dry spell. So this is like the event that happens when a dry spell ends. So if I were to use it in a sentence, it would be like, yo, I'm no longer in a dry spell. I just had my sex kick. And then the other person says something, affirmative.
Oh. You're going to say something.
Why did you look at me? What? Hey.
You were supposed to say something affirmative. You let Bone Daddy down.
Look, all I know is that
you were supposed to hype me up.
So I have a collaboration.
I didn't know we could use Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, sorry.
I have a collaboration of people who claim that a sex kick is an upswing in personal sexual activity. One of whom is participating in one right now. And it's the true. Other one is simply academically aware of the situation according to Urban Dictionary. Is that the reality that you have presented?
Thejewker's over here mad at me for submitting something from Urban Dictionary when he submitted
he
just submitted his Twitch link.
What a stream.
I am
online.
here to lock in my decision, and I believe that Ryyudo is correct. I believe that sex kick is exactly the sort of shit that the Smash Brothers community would come up with.
That's accurate.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I didn't submit it, but that's accurate.
Wait,
mine was also true. It was just, a different way of being true.
Wait, you didn't submit it, Ryyudo?
No, and I told lies throughout it, honestly. It started way before Brawl.
That's interesting because the fighting game glossary by Infill defines a sex kick as a certain style of aerial attack in Smash Brothers, where the character politely sticks their leg out and holds that pose for a long amount of time. Sex kicks have a very fast startup and a huge amount of active frames, making them great neutral tools for approaching, since a hitbox is basically always active as you're flying through the air. They are classically always neutral air attacks, although the definition has extended to include some other attacks in the newer Smash titles. I feel like this makes your explanation very plausible and therefore correct.
Yeah, like I checked while you were reading it, and I was like, okay, well, I guess that's real. I'm a panelist, so I'm like, I'm gonna sneak a peek and see. And I was like, oh, okay.
How could you do this?
Because it was apparently really easy. I'm like, someone else will have more details on this than me.
Damn! It's almost like I grabbed something about your expertise.
Yeah, you set me up.
Damn.
I get the mini game now.
All right, everybody, you ready for the next one?
No,
I'm less ready than I previously was.
I gotta lie harder now, it turns out.
All right, everyone, we're looking at Dalton on tees. I don't have like a quip for this one, like leading into this round. I'm not sure what this could be actually.
Okay, I just want to point out,
Dalton
I don't know if you planned for this, but the Dalton that I know literally just DM'd me on Discord, and I'm fucking losing it.
Oh, this is Wobbly setup. Don't get set up by Wobbly.
You don't know what all I've done to prepare for the back half of this show.
Oh, he was just messaging me about the Game Awards. That's way less interesting. Never mind.
Oh wow, you can't even escape it outside of your own stream.
Goddamn.
Not even on my
Goddamn.
stream, he personally DM'd me.
God, I can't believe that you're getting personal DMs about a show that isn't the one that you're on right now.
I was like, oh, that's funny timing. Is that like a I'm watching thing? Nope, it's
Hey, author
Are there
Bone Daddy
cameras in my
Blues.
room?
What are
Am I being watched right now?
what are Dalton on tees?
I don't know why you wrote it weird like that. It was a TV show from the 1970s about golf tips. You know, one of those shows where they give you instructions how to improve your golf swing, you know, best equipment that you can use, touring greens and showing off places that you could visit and rating various golf courses. It was a pretty popular TV show for a while. But no, the on is with the lowercase o, but it's close. But it was a pretty popular show for a little while, at least within the golf community. Unfortunately, it ended because Jimothy Dalton passed away.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
unfortunately fake. I mean,
There we go.
Jimothy Dalton. Jimothy Dalton.
Jimothy Dalton. Look, we don't know.
Are you asking because you know a Jimothy Dalton, or are you asking because you don't believe in Jimothy Dalton?
I
Because
don't
both are a
believe that
little
that's a real
offensive.
name? Oh. Chat's throwing the doubt on off a whole lot this game for a guy who has been, by and large, like pretty on point.
The correct person.
Yeah.
He's probably telling the truth.
He's been real good at this entire time. You all been played.
I guess though we should I guess we can move on. I don't have any questions. Like, what channel was this on? You said it was like public access, cable.
Yeah, I mean, it was on cable. I don't know what channel it would have showed up. I don't know what channels existed in 1970.
You know, it probably wasn't like
The
ESPN.
whole
Yeah.
golf channel. I mean, was that a whole channel in the 1970s? It was
Yeah.
probably network television.
I don't
was the
feel
most-
like public access television would have golf stuff because this is rich guy shit and they don't watch free TV.
No, God, no.
Yeah, 1,000,001 channels. That's the rich guy way. Crazy. All right, Thejewker, what's Dalton on tees?
Dalton on Tees is actually a brand of clothing. They make t-shirts primarily, but they do make other stuff. They make hats.
With
They make
Dalton's
jacket.
on them?
Well, not with Dalton's. That's actually the owner,
Oh,
Dalton Brown. That is the name of the person.
Are you
A lot of
kidding me?
right.
Get out of here!
Hey, wait a minute. They make a lot of important merch. Okay, they are the people who manufacture stuff for the Super Bowl. Okay, that's important.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So Dalton Brown, what's he been cooking? Is this like his only venture? Does he do other things?
Like I said, mostly clothing. It's mostly clothing. They own a lot of factories, so they're usually the people that are getting it out, and then they license it to other brands, and it's easy for them to get the name out.
Okay, all right.
Dalton Tees.
That does feel plausible. I don't feel like it's completely out of hand. But Ryyudo, let's hear what you know about Dalton on tees.
Yeah, Dalton on Tees, I'm going to say it that way because it is an English town that is right outside of Croft on Tees, and it has a nice pub in there called the Checkers Inn that really caters to the 100 or the 318 people that live in the area, and it's pretty much a nice little small town, kind of in between areas and everything like that. It's a nice little cozy but sleepy place out in the North Yorkshire.
North Yorkshire town.
Yorkshire, that's what I said.
Yeah. I've spent too much time with dubs. I can now pronounce Yorkshire.
I couldn't handle Yorkshire, thank you.
Yeah, no, I have my American time here.
If you say it louder and slower, it becomes more correct, actually.
Yeah, Yorkshire.
Yorkshire?
Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah. New Yorkshire.
Okay, so this is just like kind of a place in the UK.
Yes.
If I'm reading, if I'm kirking this correctly.
You are kirking.
UK, yeah, I'm doing great right now. Thanks for asking.
Kirked up white boy with sauce.
Yeah. You don't want to hear about the Republic of the United Kingdom. That's what Terry's move is in Final
Busting
Theory.
it down sexual style in North Yorkshire.
That's Dalton. That's Dalton. They named the town after him. He's busting it down.
I'm straight up Yorking it. By it, I mean my
And by
kingdom. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh. Okay, so we've got a television show about golf. We've got a clothing company by Dalton Brown. And we've got like a UK town. What's this
forget about
town
Timothy.
like notable about? Like, why do they have a Wikipedia page? Is it just because they exist? Or?
I just up in the North Yorkshire.
Just
Straight up Yorking it.
they're just there, and they have an entry because they are there.
They're just there. That's all he can come up with.
Straight
That's
up
how you know he's
Yorking it.
telling fibs.
Yeah. Wait, how dare you?
You said yes. He admitted it was a lie. You cannot use him.
Food me.
All right, well now we've got it between Thejewker and Auth Bone Daddy. I'm leaning towards good old Auth here. I think that Dalton on Tees sounds like a 1970s television program because, like, I mean, in the 70s they were just like doing whatever. They you know, like they would just put anything on there. They would get like a group of their friends together to like read about encyclopedia articles and like, you know, edutain the masses for an evening of fun and plausible lies. Just the sort of shit that, you know, they would do. Making a show about golf or whatever. Yeah, it's same stuff. So off. Is that it?
I mean, I'd watch it. I don't think it's real, though.
No! That means it's gotta be Thejewker, right?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so for a
Ryyudo.
fucking second. All right. So this is
Listen,
Thanks,
Dalton
Joker.
Brown is the Dalton that I know. That is why I use that name.
Hey, don't dox your friends.
It's public info for him.
I can't believe
That
that
name's out there.
like lying to me about Dalton on Tees and like making it a clothing brand is one thing, but like telling me that there is a real person named Dalton Brown is just this is terrifying behavior. I can't believe that you would do this to me, your friend.
It's a real person. I wouldn't dox unless he publicly had that out there. So I was like, I gotta use it.
It looks like Dalton was on, but Wobbly was off.
God damn it. God damn it. I'm being
Yeah, removing those dashes really did you a disservice.
it really did. I can't believe that I took at face value someone who is trying to deceive me. what a bonehead it turns out that I am.
You're just doing a
Yeah, what a-
bit.
what
I
a-
didn't think you'd
what a
actually
bone
take him
daddy.
out. That's so funny.
That was really good. I'm like, I'm gonna let that rock. Actually, Thejewker played that perfectly.
I was fucking around with like the different spellings too. I was like finding new ways to pronounce it in my head and writing them out while you were talking. Like,
If you show me a name that is X on Y and you tell me that's a British town, whether or not you're telling the truth, you're right.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
And you asked like if there was anything interesting about this town. No,
No,
there was literally 318 people apparently living here.
I will
the
say
population
sometimes-
is decreased.
okay. Sometimes
Yeah,
the
there's-
most boring stuff though is the best stuff to submit for this because
yeah. I'm like this nails it
causes chaos.
perfectly. Yeah.
what can you make about nothing? And then it's like, oh, I made a lot out of nothing.
Yeah, I'm like reading through it again. Like, just is there anything I actually missed? The village has a series of moats.
I mean, that's kind
That's
of
what it says.
That's kind of
there's nothing
badass.
here.
Well, a
I
good
mean, it's
moat.
pretty badass. Not unique, but it sure does exist in Dalton and Tees.
I know that like the way that they're formed is completely different, but I guess like as a physical feature in a vacuum, like a moat and like a dried up oxbow lake would be like kind of so
I'd assume. I
big.
not seen an active
hole.
moat before. Only one dry moat.
What is? I know that there's like moats that are filled with water and that there are moats that are not filled with water. Like what is? Huh? Is there like a difference in taxonomy? Is a moat with no water just a ditch? I don't think so.
It's a trench.
A trench. Damn.
It goes from a drench to a trench.
We're entrenched now.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well let's continue with the vaguely European sounding names here. We've got Boldenone or Boldenone, Boldenone, Boldenone. I think. Yeah,
The Bolden one is how that's pronounced. Thank you very much.
Bolden one. This isn't one of those like
It's a golf term.
visual puns, you know, where we've got like the word outside, you know, in a box, and playing is like outside of the box, so it's, you know, playing outside the box. This is one of those. No, this is Bolden one. All right.
Can I go first?
Yeah, I think it's your
Okay.
turn.
Oh,
Bolden one is actually a brand. You know how they make like highlighters? It's one of those. They do. They bold it for you. It's very simple. It's like, I guess you would say it's a marker. Is the best way to describe the tools. Is that what you would call it? I guess a marker is correct. So when you're writing on paper, I know most people, they stick to the keyboards nowadays, but back in the olden days, this is what we used to use, the Bolden one.
Oh, wow.
So
I remember
you can
those.
underline, you can highlight, you can just make your letters even more bold. It makes a thicker stroke when you are writing your letters. It's pretty useful.
That
Vic. Nice.
does take me back to the Bolden one days. I don't remember them, and I have no like knowledge of them, nor do I believe anybody here is old enough to. So,
But I'm bold enough to. That's what matters.
I'm pressing X to doubt pretty hard. This brand, like, they went out of business, I assume, because I have not seen them on shelves or anything.
Correct. It's from the 1920s.
From the 1920s. Oh, you're old enough.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay, Rito, what do you
Whose
got?
family doesn't have antique markers sitting around?
Yeah, that's just something that just.
Yeah,
happens.
they're
I
in
understand that.
the cookie tin, you know, the one that it's like where all the sewing kits stuff is. I leave it in there.
Oh my god! All right, Rito, tell me what Bolden one is.
So Boldenone is a brand, but it's a luxury clothing brand made by a German man known as Thierry. I cannot say these names right. Oh my god! And it was established in Paris in the 72. I have been drinking, by the way. Don't mind me.
Drinking water, I hope.
Both.
Say hi to
And,
hydration.
Oh yeah, I'm hydrated, all right. I mean, that's a joke because of the blunt in my mouth. So it was a luxury brand that started mostly with watches, but then moved on to suits to kind of, you know, it's kind of a backwards thing. It was like, well, we're gonna start making all these watches, stuff like that. But they started figuring out that people don't really have a way to display the watches with how they're making pockets around the time. So it's like, well, what if we start making a lot more chest pockets instead? And so they started actually making that part of the fashion, everything like that. It's where a lot of that is accredited to, and a lot of other brands that followed suit in that throughout the years. So they are one of the first ones to start doing that, and that's why they're kind of well known about it.
Okay, so this is like an old-timey clothing brand that popularized itself by creating space for pocket watches, the popular accessory of the day.
Yes. And then they decline in like 1962 or something like that. So they are done for.
When we finally moved watches to wrists. Can I see chat? I can see chat, yes. I have to monitor it.
He's looking straight at you.
Yeah,
there's a snake in your area.
You got to remember
Actually,
that
why are
anything
you
that
so
happens in
huge?
chat, the streamer is responsible for, like, legally. So I do actually have to, like, keep an eye over there. So don't, if you know things, whoosh. This is a no backseating channel.
Yeah, that part has not changed, huh? You
Yeah,
are still a no backseating channel.
I'll figure it out. I'm a big boy. Legally, yeah, absolutely. Like, you can't just like go platforming hate speech. Twitch will one ban you, which is bad for a guy like me who is supported here full time. Hey, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh, wobbly.
And stuff. So, yeah. So, sorry, just to get back in here from the segue. Thanks for the follow. Honestly, just as good, actually. So, what region was like doing big pocket watches? Like where were these popular?
I mean, they established in Paris, so I assume around Paris.
Okay.
But I
This is a
mean,
Euro thing.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Somewhere in the country of Europe. What do you want?
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
You narrowed it down. What more do you want? You already got fooled by Dalton on teas. You don't know what Europe looks like. How dare you?
Point to Europe on a map, Snake.
I
You
can't
can't.
believe I'm getting roasted
Nobody
about
knows where
Dalton
Europe
on
is.
teas.
Can you believe this guy doesn't know what Dalton on teas is? Get his ass.
Shit. It sucks. Fuck. Man.
Snake, tell me where Dalton on teas is.
Wow, Dalton on teas, the eccentric billionaire.
Golfing phenomenon.
He had his own cable TV show in which he sported a lot of fashionable chest watches.
I mean, they whole town after him after he retired. That's crazy.
His golf show, one of the best ever. You thought Columbo was like really cool? Like, damn.
Wait till you see Dalton on teas.
All right, off. I want to hear what Boldenone is.
Boldenone is how it's pronounced.
Boldenone.
Is a naturally occurring anabolic steroid, kind of like testosterone.
Oh.
That is extracted from the scent glands of beetles. And while it's not approved for use in humans, it does get used sometimes in like veterinary medicine under the brand name Drive. But in some other countries, like Ukraine, it is allowed for human consumption. And that's Boldenone.
This is a supplement.
Yeah, it's a steroid that one might use similar to taking like synthetic testosterone.
Okay.
Sounds like something a teacher would make up personally, but I mean, what would I know?
I mean, it also
you're
sounds
not a
like
teacher.
exactly the sort of shit that would be like peddled by an Andrew Tate type grifter, right?
It
You know, like,
does.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It really does.
testosterone's not enough. You gotta get Boldenone, bro. Boldenone's gonna make you gold and bold, bro. Like
The golden bold. Be right back. I gotta go make an order real quickly here. Got some games.
Oh shit. Oh no, I can't grill you about your chest watches. Pissed.
I have a chest watch. I just slap it on my chest after I do a bench press. I'm like, oh yeah, brother.
Oh yeah, brother, gotta get the Boldenone.
Yeah.
Shit. I don't know why I'm turning into a horrifying parody of myself.
This is game show wobbly. This is not
Yeah.
normal wobbly.
Yeah,
We gotta unlock special wobbly.
Look, I even forewent having a soundtrack tonight because I figured we'd be talking over it anyway. And also I couldn't think of anything to put behind it that wouldn't be distracting. I just have the Strive soundtrack, okay? It's like the only thing I know that's good for streaming.
You don't want to
100%.
have bullshit blazing back in the background, and it's just really Really low volume though. You just hear that is bullshit blazing.
Hey, what
Or like
is
even like having like a sound effect maybe. Like if you get it wrong, there's like that is bullshit play, and it burst out there. That'd be really good.
See, if I was gonna grab a
Flash.
sound trick or a sound clip of anything from the soundtrack, it would be "I'm a fool, I know nothing."
Yo, that would be so good.
next time, I'm gonna have a soundboard for this.
But that said, if you actually need like at least video game music that won't get you DMCA'd or anything like that for background music, let me know.
Okay,
I can hook
I
you up.
might hit you up on that. I'm terrified of getting like DMCA'd. Like,
Right. I get it.
Who isn't?
it was a little different like before I was like full timing this stuff. But now it's just like, hey, actually getting things tampering with this is a huge risk. So I'm a little worried about it. Like I'm gonna play Metal Gear Solid 5 here in a little bit, and like I know there's hella licensed music in that, so I gotta figure something out.
Everyone say goodbye to Wobbly.
Just talk really loud over the game the whole time.
Mod the music out if you
Yeah.
really want.
Maybe we'll just like get some covers done, right?
Yeah, there we go. Get Twitch chat to sing it.
Twitch sings Metal Gear Solid 5. Dear God. All right. Okay. God. So I've got hang on. I've got some sort of frat guy supplement. I've got watches. A watch displaying garment that was popularized because of an accessories fad. And I've got shit, Juker, what was the short version of yours as a kid?
You don't even remember.
I
Dang,
don't,
all right,
I
I'm out of the
remember
running. I'm out of the
way
running.
too
I'm out of the
hard.
running.
They already wrote you off, buddy.
Yeah.
It's highlighters. They're Bolden ones.
Right, the old highlighters that definitely existed. That definitely
I'm out of the
existed
running.
and were notable enough to have an article on a wiki somewhere on the internet. I'm going with all of these.
They do. They do
really
all
do.
suck. This might be the hardest round.
Yeah, for all the wrong reasons.
God, it really is. It's so tough. I'm actually gonna go with Juker, who is the president of the Boldenone Marker Company?
The president was John Smith.
All right, so Ryyudo, I'm going with you. I think
didn't have an
Boldenone.
I just didn't have the fucking name ready.
Sorry, what were you saying, Wobbly?
I'm going with Ryyudo. Ryyudo, you're my champion. You're my winner.
I appreciate that.
I'll take second.
I fucked you, buddy.
Is it real?
I fucked you, buddy. It's over.
No! Oh, then it's gotta be. It can't be. I feel like I would have heard about it if it was a supplement. It can't be the fucking Marker Company. Like it can't be. There's no way.
I mean,
is it steroids?
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like a brand name. It's actually just the name of a molecule.
Oh, it's like no shit.
A naturally occurring anabolic androgenic steroid, AAS, and the dehydrogenated analog of testosterone.
Auth, would you like to make like $1 billion with a questionable market venture? We just need
The
a
more
little
questionable,
bit of.
the better, to be perfectly
I want to
honest.
see
Angel
Auth
money.
turn into Andrew Tate. That is an arc I'm not ready for.
Off Tate is going to be terrible.
I have a real gift for picking Wikipedia articles. I'll tell you my secret. My secret is open 300 tabs and close all the ones that are names of people.
That is
Probably works
exactly,
really well.
That is exactly the strat.
I think the
honestly.
last time we did this, we submitted any names either. So
Because all
Yeah.
the names suck. All right,
They do.
come up with a funny thing about Eugene Dalton. Like,
it's not interesting TV. Yeah, like names of like places a lot of the time, unless it's like a fun name that like doesn't give away that it's a place. Unless it's like a Forest of Despair, whatever the fuck it was earlier.
Woods of Terror.
Yeah.
okay, put some
Bone
respect
Daddy.
on Woods of Terror. All right, because that's where Bone Daddy lives.
If Bone Daddy was the name you got, though, I think Auth would have submitted it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like a Bone Daddy would be like a pretty good name because it also sounds like a make of like Dracula car. right?
I like our car the other day.
Yeah. Did you? Please
It's
say
something
yes.
you could like make something up about, you know? But like my guidelines for everybody coming into this, just for the sake of chat who might be wondering like how the hell did they find these, was just like try not to do like pieces of art particularly, or like names that are just like too generic, like person names or whatever, because like those can be anything. And we've subverted that with like the hand sculpture, but it was really cool art that had like a very descriptive name that didn't like lead you into it. So there's like an amount of selection and amount of like,
I mean, when you understand what the game is, it's pretty easy to pick. You want to blend into the crowd.
yeah.
Absolutely. I think the hand has been my favorite one so far, just because it's a really cool piece of art. But
Yeah.
there are some really good ones tonight, like Pizza Farm as well.
Pizza Farm was incredible. And it's also a place name, you know, it's just like a thing. There's
Yeah.
part of bringing wonderful and like talented creators and like artists onto the show is that I don't have to worry about that part. Y'all have got a good sense for like what's good content, you know? Speaking of good content, next up here, we've got Mansubong.
Huh.
I like this name a lot. I don't know what the fuck it is, but like this is just a good word. Mansubong, huh? All right. Rito, have you kicked one off recently? Is this a Rito one, or which direction were we going? I've lost the
Gotta
plot.
be Ryyudo.
You've kind of randomized it from this point here, but we kicked one 2 off ago.
2 off ago? All right, well then that means that you're up.
All right, gotcha.
We'll call it good.
All right. So the Mansubong is a brand of underwear that is fitted closer to a thong. Obviously, you know, made towards men, of course. But it has a wider back than, instead of just being like a straight up thong, it has a little bit of a wider back to encapsulate more of the buns. So it doesn't exactly have any sort of it doesn't exactly like slouch on the front package, basically.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be a little bit more of a comfortable but sexy style of wear that they were trying to get in that 2010s quote unquote metrosexual era. And so they try to make these underwears for men. As you probably can understand, it does not exist and did not exist after a singular year.
So this is like a this is when sort of like the idea of men appropriating effeminate concepts like hang on, let me check my Tate DMs here and my Petersonian texts. Bathing like constituted a whole new sexuality.
Here. Yeah.
right. This is up there with like hipsters and shit.
Right, exactly. And mind you, it's not said necessarily, but they didn't probably want to have a true thong at this time here because being in the butt was gay.
Right.
Type of energy.
It had to be suspended above. Also, like you know, man butt got that hair. Like you don't want that G-string to become entangled. In your process.
I don't want that G-string to be an H-string, you know?
Yeah, no, that's no good. Like, have y'all ever heard about like threading eyebrows? Do you know what that is?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's the same
How else am I
concept.
supposed to keep these lines clean?
just a little rectal
I mean, he
threading,
does
I
have some
guess.
good eyebrows. Holy crap. Oh, you cleaned up.
Honestly, like the fact that I didn't spring for doing the extra tech to like get everybody's webcam on here, I'm kind of kicking myself about because like y'all make good faces.
I got a haircut today for this, so
Shit.
Yeah, I was surprised that we didn't end up doing that because we went through all the setup. I guess something happened before I got here.
I mean, you sort of showed up like minute of, and I felt like something was gonna happen. So
That's all good. It's all good. Yeah, something
Yeah.
did happen. So
Next time, maybe we'll talk out honestly, I gotta show y'all Motion at some point anyway, because like it's got. So hang on, hey everybody, this isn't a sponsor segment, but this is the ad part of the show.
hey, we're not doing a plug.
Yeah,
we didn't get paid for this.
It's okay. The product is free. It's called Motion Studio, and it's what I have built this whole set in, like all the interactive stuff. It's all being handled by one program that I'm piping out just like a video feed to OBS to handle over. Normally my scenes are really complicated as a VTuber. I've got a lot of like lighting stuff that I fake and do, and Motion has made this like effortless. The Fugies are just like planes set up in 3D space. All the chairs and tables and shit are just from their catalog of like free to use assets, right? The walls are made out of just like little rectangular solids that I pieced together. I didn't have to model anything. I didn't have to do anything to make this work. They got like a little graph editor. Like I fixed the like little icons that pop up the confetti and doubt when y'all do that stuff, like in real time, just like in a live environment, and figured out what was going on. Yeah, Duper is like really involved. If you know about Duper64 here on Twitch, actually, can we shout out Duper? That would be really great. This software is impossible to Google because its name is a fucking typo. So I am very quickly going to get for chat the Steam link where you can download this and poke around on it and like go check out the thing. Right now they're sort of courting investors, so they're saying a lot of stuff about like interactivity and like making shared experiences and like sort of Robloxing it up. But if you are like me and are a person who just wants to make very good Twitch content, that's where this software started, and it is incredibly robust and cool. Screen share, webcam share if you want to like set it up. It's very cool. There's a bit of a learning curve because all things have that, but like, please, for the love of God, go download this, add it to your library at the bare minimum if you are a content maker of any sort, stripe or whatever. This shit rules. It's really cool. Anyway, Mansubong, authorblues. What's Mansubong?
Mansubong is the common name of a type of aquatic water beetle who lay their eggs on the water line, right on the edge of the body of water, often laying their eggs in rotting wood. They are known to grow up. They eat primarily plants. They're just a type of beetle. They are the common name of the beetle from the family Tillodactylae.
Tillodactylae.
Pterodactyls?
It can fly.
I mean, dactyl is like... Shit, what does dactyl mean? I know it's not like a means of locomotion. It's not like, you know, pod or ped. Not like a physical part. What the fuck was a pterodactyl? What the fuck does pterodactyl mean? My whole life, I've never questioned. I know that it's the dinosaur with the long head.
Dinosaur names don't make sense.
What the fuck is a pterodactyl?
We've just agreed what a dactyl is.
My God.
We really do live in a society. That is the most society that's come up tonight.
My life is a lie.
It's very funny that Off has gotten beetle-based things twice tonight. It's really good.
I was thinking the same thing too, and I'm like, all right, that's a lie. That's a lie.
Oh, you
think can't use the beetle excuse every time.
Not wait until my next answer is also about beetles. I really went in on the beetle theme for a lot of my...
Yeah, what's next? You're gonna come up with some fake band named the Beatles? Nice try. Nice try.
And then like talk about a TV show called the Beetleborgs. Oh, very funny.
Yo, I was just thinking about the Beetleborg.
Beetleborgs is pretty good.
Those costumes were fire. That was a good looking toy.
Metabots featuring the Beetle.
Oh yeah. I do love me some Kabuto.
You're gonna be real disappointed when this turns out to be. I mean, how do you think that I found all these? I was on one page. It mentioned Beatles. I was like, cool, love Beatles. Click that.
Yeah, he was on Beatlepedia, not Wikipedia.
Well, I already used Urban Dictionary for one of them. I thought that was kind of, do whatever. I got a few from fandom as well.
Off out here playing X clicks to Beatles, and it's always one click.
I am always one click away from Beatles.
All right, Juker. What's Mansubong?
All right. Now, as you know, Australia has a term for their wacky bodies of water known as billabongs. Mansubong is the name of one of the billabongs in South Wales, New South Wales specifically.
Makes it sound like it's like one of the Beatles.
God, I'm glad it's not North South Wales because I'm not going back there.
I'm sorry, please continue. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, so it is a famous body of water is what it is essentially, and there is a lot of history there. A lot of famous people usually come there. They do signings there. It's a big tourist attraction, essentially.
Tourist attraction, some sort of geological feature.
Well, I guess you could say geological if it's a lake. I guess that's kind of what a billabong is, right?
Yeah. I wasn't aware that billabongs were lakes. I thought billabongs were like a type of Australian beer, because it sounds like the sort of thing.
Clothing is there's a brand called Billabong, but there is also the body of water. I believe they're kind of lakes.
Oh, like the concept of like Patagonia, which is like a place and also a line of like hiking themed T-shirts, as far as I can tell, and like cool backpacks.
Russell Crowe is one of the celebrities they've had there. He's done some signings there. It's a cool place.
All right, that makes a lot of sense to me. I do have to put the crown on Thejewker for this one, for getting close in that the Mansubong is a geographical feature. It is, however, just a singular mountain of South Korea. It has an elevation of 983 meters, and that's literally the end of the Wikipedia article on Mansubong.
You submitted your own thing, didn't you?
I did!
That has been the twist. The first one in this round he submitted on his own.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way Auth got the beetle thing again, but
I submitted a lot of beetle-related things. Hold on a second. It can be simultaneously true that one wasn't mine, and that I do have a number of beetle-related submissions.
The beetle guy, beetle daddy out here.
Billabongs are a very silly name, though, for water. I just want to say I love Australian names for things.
Oh my god, I'm having a lot of fun. I just want everybody to be perfectly aware of that.
It's really good. It has been really, really good. I love the added mix-ups as well. I love that.
I'm very glad. I felt like if we went for a particularly long amount of time at all, it would get a little stale, and I wanted to add a little bit of dubious questionality. I didn't figure out how to score it.
You picked the most boring thing you could have. Just one line.
Yeah, but the name Mansubong, though, it's just such a good word.
I'm disappointed nobody went for the obvious. This is my brand of bongs that I smoke out of, because like I was expecting it, and that's why I didn't do that.
It's a notable import from Austria, where weed has been legal much longer than America, and the burgeoning bong industry of the States was really rapid to pick up these international pieces of hardware, because we simply didn't have the infrastructure in place for all of the new smokers. You know, it's called the Mansubong, actually.
I assumed that the right answer was a bong company, and I didn't want to end up in another Memphis Pyramid situation.
Trying to avoid bongs by going the Memphis Pyramid route is a powerful play.
Going forward, we're going to describe that as the Memphis Pyramid incident.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you know what? That's fair.
That's perfect.
All right, I got another one queued up here. We've got Amorous Glance. What is Amorous Glance, gamers? Thejewker, fire off.
What was the thing? Let me hear that again. I missed it.
Amorous Glance.
That's what I have for you. I'm staring directly at you, giving a amorous glance right now.
Thank you.
It's a term, as you can tell, so I'm demonstrating it right now live for you, which is how you know this is very real. I'm doing the finger guns. You can't see that, but I am doing the finger guns right now.
I should have done that.
Is it normal to be turned on when I'm present when I'm in the presence of an amorous glance?
Oh yeah, no, that's I mean, that's just kind of the energy that gets brought to the studio a lot around here.
Yeah, some people call it a sex kick.
You're still
familiar with those. I'm actually familiar with those. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's how you know it's real.
All right, so just to clarify, an amorous glance, Thejewker, you're positing is that it is simply a thing that you are doing.
Yes.
It
is a term.
Link to twitch.tv/Thejewker.
You can't just submit your URL under a variety of names.
Hey, whoa. I didn't submit a link to my own Twitch this time. I linked a term over on Wikipedia, and I decided the most powerful way to present it was to do it live.
Where we can all definitely see it.
We thought we were going to have a webcam in the first place, and now Thejewker doesn't have it.
Oh my goodness. All right, folks. Auth, what do you got for me? What's an amorous glance?
Okay, in the interest of not giving away whether or not this is my submission, I'm going to be a little bit vague here. So I'm going to
Leave
take
out
you
the
on a
part
little
about
bit.
the Beatles, please.
Yeah. So this is the name of a type of beetle. No. Sorry. This is the name of a song from the 1980s.
From the Beatles.
Not the Beatles. give me a goddamn moment.
Maybe it's good that we didn't do the webcams. Auth would be trying to strangle Thejewker.
This is to help Auth. This is from the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
You know, when two Beatles get into a conflict, one attempts to put their horn under the other one and flip them.
Which is correct. That is actually true.
Yeah, horny Beatles.
It is the name of part of the mating ritual for beetles. Step 1, declare interest. Step 2, amorous glance.
Pokemon move.
This is the name of a song from the 1980s from an artist that I won't name because it's going to give away. And its lyrics are a ballad telling the story of a woman falling in love with a man, trying to get him interested by looking at him from across the room and blah, blah, blah. All the things that songs from the 80s were about.
That does sound like a Beatles song.
It's not a Beatles song.
Yeah, this is actually the last song they did before John Lennon unfortunately was murdered.
You can't swear out of here. You have no legs.
Oh my god.
It's not my fault my Fugi Tech did not model the legs. I'm storming out of here in theory.
Just not in practice. All right, so we've got a link to twitch.tv/Thejewker, and we have an 80s ballad in which a woman is attempting to entice a man from across a bar by glancing, and this is absolutely some like shit. Who was a big voice in this?
You'll have to be more specific.
Barbra Streisand have a lot of hair. I mean, that could be like anyone. That could really be literally any woman.
Sweet. Glance, amorous glance.
Amorous glance.
Ryyudo, what is amorous glance?
So, amorous glance.
Was that Oingo Boingo that you were doing, Thejewker, for a second there?
Maybe.
Ryyudo, what do you got for me?
All right. So, amorous glance is a term that was used in a very, very old period drama book that was written about, high-end, high-class society stuff. But what they try to do is, because you can't really write explicit sex things in books of old or anything like that, even if it's a romance novel or anything like that, what they did is they used a lot of contextual words that really allude to certain things like that. And so they use a lot of animal terms and everything like that. But one of the earlier ones that they did use is an amorous glance, and saying like at the end of the night, he gave her an amorous glance to denote that they were having sex, to imagine it for themselves. And it's not really a term that, really has as such gaudy feelings or anything like that when they actually spell it into a book. So it is a term that's been used throughout the period around the 1950s, or 1950s, sorry, the 1500s. God, I cannot speak tonight. And has kind of persisted for about 200 years before they, started just saying they did stuff.
Right. So this is like a literary device, the amorous glance, in which
yes, it means something. The birds and the bees and type of thing and stuff like that.
right. So prudish novelists, in an attempt to segue from lascivious sex scenes, which books are definitely not a popular vessel for. Especially in the Victorian time, they were trying to avoid that through textual glancings, which is a sentence that sounds so awful coming out of my mouth. Oh no,
you should keep using that word more often. Don't use euphemism. That's too easy. Go crazy with your terminology.
Yeah, euphemism, old, out. Textual glance, new, fresh.
Wow, hold on a sec. I gotta take off my shirt real quick here. No reason.
I'm gonna do the same if you're doing that, so you don't feel awkward.
I'm oiling myself up with printer ink. Oh gosh. Well,
I was lifting right before this, so I don't actually have a shirt on.
This is a hard one because all of y'all have gone towards an action done through through like an artistic medium of sorts, music, books, streaming in general. But I guess I should pull the cape off this one too. I did 2 in a row. Haha, fuck you.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
I think Ryyudo is the closest on this one though, because Amorous Glance, according to the dragonball.fandom.com wiki,
you fucking cheater,
is a martial technique deployed by Bulma and Emperor Pilaf.
Wow.
Hell yeah, that's actually true though, Ryyudo. You were right though. There's in the 1300s in Dante's Inferno, he writes about the story of Francesca and Paolo, and the end of the story goes they were reading a book and he said on that day they read no more. Basically, he was implying that they fucked.
Oh, this point's got to go to Ryyudo then. If notable smart guy authorblues finds a correlation in here.
I mean,
I can tie anything back to Dante's Inferno. Don't worry, that's not.
I didn't know the real timing of it. I knew it was Victorian era. But my wife tells me a lot about like stuff around that time because she's huge into period traumas, and it's like, yeah, a lot of the writings around that time was just very much like, you can't say they're gonna fuck, but here's some terminologies they use to say they're gonna fuck without saying they're gonna fuck.
Yo, check out this space in between these lines. It's crazy.
Yeah, they were crazy.
The two characters were cheating. It said they kept giving each other looks, and then it just says at the end, on that day, they read no more. And the implication is they fucked.
Damn.
Subtext wasted.
I do want to point out this thing that this whole article, right, is about different times that basically Bulma has tried to seduce people for different reasons. Apparently, also Kawe of Team Universe 4 uses this technique to seduce Master Roshi after removing her cape. However, he managed to regain his composure, causing it to backfire.
I remember that.
Okay, is that Super then?
Yeah, that's in Super. That's during the Universe Survival tournament. They recruit Roshi, and he's like, "I will no longer be horny." Wow. That is a real character moment for him. I know, right? He's able to overcome it, and then he's just actually kind of one of the best members they have on the team, despite you probably saying like, what the fuck has Roshi been doing for years? He's probably not doing shit.
I need to watch Super. Oh my gosh.
All right, last spoiler here for anybody who's unconvinced about watching. So I think this is also like a Super thing. A character named Future Zamasu is apparently a god, and Bulma totally tried this on a god. Bulma was like, "Hey, godly tits, what's good with you?"
Yeah,
Bulma?
that's the arc with Goku Black.
This is canon according to the Dragon Ball wiki. So anyway, that's how that made it into the show.
Cannot fucking believe I got Dragon Balled on this.
That's very funny.
Got Dragon Balled. Oh, all right. Okay. All right. I think we got time for a couple more here.
Yeah, I'm good for another half hour. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm good for a bit more, but I do need to use the bathroom.
All right, you want to?
Well, I can go first then for whatever's next. While he goes to the bathroom.
Yeah, just
Okay.
let me see the subject and just make me last.
Okay. Yeah. Buy yourself a little bit of time to.
Yeah,
come
yeah.
up
He
with
needs time to come up with a scam.
All right.
That's also true. That's what the S
All right,
is for.
here's your hint. It's about the Beatles.
Okay, yeah, I got
Oh.
it.
The insect, that is.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
that's a pretty good chance considering I think I still got some more in the queue.
All right.
Oh
Tell
my
us
God, of
about
course.
Little League from Exile Tribe.
Wow, okay, be right back.
Little League from Exile Tribe is the name of a famous rapper.
Okay.
Like the artist formerly known as Prince. You know how that was the title?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they grew up in Compton here in Cali.
Compton.
Yeah.
Straight out of Compton.
Straight out of Compton. That's where Biggie is from. That's where Tupac is from. And Little League from Exile.
Okay.
Also from there.
Right.
I'll be honest, I could not tell you much about rap. I am far too white. This was a topic that unfortunately that I got, and I mean I don't really listen to music unless it's classical rock or video game music, so maybe not the best one to submit, but you know, it's a good name. It was a funny name and I had to submit it.
Mm-hmm. And you're learning something, I guess, in the process of making up a guy. From
Make up a little guy.
Tribe. I see Chad agree.
What are these terms? It's called Quest. Yes. They call him Quest 64.
I see.
Famous game.
Off. What do you know about Little League from Exile Tribe, and what kind of bug is it?
I feel like I've made a little bit of a reputation for myself that I want to walk back a bit. Little League from Exile Tribe is the American name of a sports anime named Yaku Jinsei Ichikusen, which is a story about a person from a nearby tribe who has moved into a large city and has become a prominent baseball player, and sort of the story of them learning the sport and eventually working their way all the way up to the pro level.
Okay.
It's pretty popular. A handful of seasons. It was from the 90s, so it's a slightly older anime, but
Okay. All right.
it checks out.
Pretty believable. You give a Japanese name that I didn't understand, so I'm like, that's got to be real.
Right.
Except, I don't believe you.
I gotta be real. If you drop a whole Japanese title with that kind of confidence, I people are throwing the doubt thing, and I don't know why. Like, that's insanely convincing. Can you say the Japanese title again?
Yeah, Yaku Jinsei Chokusen.
Okay. Yaku Jinsei Akuso.
Ichokusen.
Ichokusen. Okay, that actually makes more sense. I mangled it for sure. For sure, I did not say those words correct. All right, so, Thejewker, you have a rapper out of Compton, authorblues.
Yeah.
You have a sports anime, second sports anime mention of the night, if we're counting Yaomushi Pedal, which I absolutely am. That's a good show. People should watch
Roughly 20% of Wikipedia is sports anime by volume, so I think it's not uncommon to see a handful of them show up here.
There's
That's true.
Since Auth is telling the truth, I will admit I have watched this anime, and he failed to mention the important mascot of the team is a beetle.
So there's a help action in Dungeons and Dragons, right? That, like, generically I think is supposed to add like a bonus to the roll, but like if a character's bad enough at it, it actually makes it worse. Okay, Ryyudo, what is Little League from Exile Tribe?
All right, so the tribe is a bunch of bugs, and the Little League are a bunch of beetles. No, okay.
Right. Okay, so this is a lot of little guys, and this is their
a lot of little
socioeconomic
beetles.
circle.
Yeah, they made their own Little League. Just a bunch of beetles just doing their thing.
Japanese
All
anime
right.
about bug sports.
I would watch that. I would watch that in a heartbeat.
I would watch that
Now that
100%.
I've said it out loud, yeah.
Like, wait a second, we could make not a lot of money, but we make $1 off of it. All right. So Little League from Exile Tribe is a Japanese boy band formed recently, and there are 6 of them, and they're just a little league of kind of punk rock guys, just making it
Like
happen
us.
out here. Yeah, like us. We're 4. We are the Little League of from Exile Tribe. Been exiled from the Beetle Land.
There's a little league exiled from the tribe in all of us.
Yeah, that's the real Exile Tribe is the friends we made along the way.
I think that right now authorblues is doing that thing where he is browsing a different web page and just was like reading the summary about the sports anime that he's reading to us at the second.
Yeah, see?
Thejewker's got my man out of Compton though.
Yeah, remember when he went Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo?
I love that part.
It's really good.
That's a different guy.
No, that's Biggie. I'm fucking with you
Yeah.
there. That one
I
I'm
was like,
fucking with you.
I was
But
like
they're both from
scrambling
Compton.
my brain, and I realized that's from.
You're like, wait a fucking minute, yeah.
The only Biggie that I know is Earth Big from the Too Mellow mashup album.
I know a couple Biggie songs. That's one of the ones I know because of that dumb meme where he goes to buy the Super Nintendo. My accountant handles that. I love that video so much.
It's really good.
I think I have to pick the Thejewker on this one. Like, it just seems right. Thejewker, what do you have to say for yourself?
I'm sorry, but this was a lie.
No! God dang it! Shit. I wrote Ryyudo off pretty hard for a little bit there. Now I'm wondering.
Everything keeps coming back to Auth. I mean, he gave a full Japanese
But this
title.
isn't about Beatles. It can't be off.
I mean, that's true. It's impossible, actually. But maybe that's what makes it off, because there was no Beatles in there.
I am gonna make my second guess off. Did I do it? Did I win?
Yaku Jinsei Chikusen is actually a video game called Straight Baseball Life for the NES. It has nothing to do with this.
No!
It's one of my
You-
favorite
that was
NES games,
great.
which is the reason why I could pull it off the cuff.
Incredible!
Oh, shit.
Incredible bluff! I knew it wasn't about Beatles only because it didn't have the word Capito in there.
Yeah, so Little League from Exile Tribe, stylized as Little League from Exile Tribe, is a 6-member boy band formed in 2022. The group is a part of the collective Exile Tribe, managed by some other group, some other record label, and they released their debut album in January 2023. So that's why it's actually that small. There's nothing else to say about them.
I cannot believe that my brain went. Ryo's gonna like check this and like go, take a piss real quick, come back and like have like a thing formed, and then it came back and it was so stubbed. I was like, oh, there's, they forgot while pissing or something, right?
Nope, I just didn't have to think about it.
Yeah, no, you just clocked it. We're like, oh, that's mine, and then fucked
This is
off.
famously coming from the guy who submitted Dalton on Tees, which is, I don't know, it's a fucking town with 318 people in it.
Yeah. So then you gotta go small to win big.
Holy shit.
But the fact that Off went in with like the whole Japanese name, like, I'm actually covered. This is messed up.
It was so good. Oh my god,
Thanks,
y'all are
Off.
kicking my ass.
Yours been pretty good, honestly, all things considered.
Oh my goodness. All right, okay. I have pulled up the next one. Up next on our tour, we have Tech Pro Aviation Merlin 100. Off. What the fuck is the Tech Pro Aviation Merlin 100?
The Thejewker Aviation Merlin 100 is the starter series in a line of hobbyist airplanes. There are RC airplanes, by the way. I don't want you to get the idea that we have hobbyists building like full-scale airplanes. But it's sort of an entry-level model in a long-running series of hobbyist remote-controlled airplanes. The series goes on and there's more and more capabilities, but this one is pretty bare bones. It's lightweight, so it doesn't need a landing gear. It's made of pretty lightweight materials, and it comes with basically the motor and everything you need to assemble in order to get it working, and a remote control, and that's it. If you want to spend more money, you can get more features, but this one is pretty lightweight.
Okay, so this is just like entry level remote control. Hey, so hang on. I'm gonna do another quick product plug. I know that like I shouldn't be doing these, but like I did just do a quick Google and I wouldn't have mentioned it, but Kit Hack Model Club is 40% off. If people think that like you know, RC planes are cool and would like to do it in a simulated way, so that's neat. Sorry, got me thinking about Kit Hack, boss.
You were jazzed about that. You really like that a lot.
It's made by the Kerbal guys. So like, so imagine Kerbal Space Program, but instead of doing boring space stuff, you make a little airplane and put guns on it. Sorry. Okay. Well, this is entirely plausible. Is this available in the United States? Is this a Europe thing?
No, it's an American country. You can't buy it in the country of Europe.
Cannot buy in country of Europe.
No Dalton T's gonna have it.
Unaccepted.
Well, they actually have regulation.
You can't just launch shit through the air in Europe. That's fucking stupid.
That's a good way to get sanctioned.
Oh, jeez. All right. Okay. Okay. Ryyudo, what is the Tech Pro Aviation Merlin 100?
So the Tech Pro Aviation Merlin 100 is an amateur build plane, not like an actual kit, like Auth was saying, like in the hobbyist kit, but it's an actual plane that has been developed as well, and it kind of, you know, small little thing, able to fly, 2 passengers in there and everything like that. It's just kind of more of a part and piece together type thing, made mostly from aluminum, doesn't have a really big wingspan or anything like that. And kind of by, you know, the mid 2000s or so, they had some prototypes and everything like that. They logged about 100 hours of testing. And then later on, they just kind of approved it and said, hey, let's go for it.
Okay. That seems plausible.
Bullshit is what it sounds like to me.
So
You've
I
said
actually,
about everyone,
Get his ass.
I actually
How dare
know hobbyist aviators who have built kit planes. Like growing up in like desolate rural Oregon, my grandmother actually worked for a real estate company that had to show property from airplanes. And so there was a burgeoning airport and people would just make kit planes, which was a lot safer and better than the ultralight guys that were like, no, I'll do the math myself. Those guys are fucking nuts. Not recommend. Don't do that. So we got a model plane and we got a home built plane. Damn. Tech Pro Aviation Merlin 100 does sound like a company trying to make
it would.
Yeah, it sounds like the kind of guy that would put you in a little submarine and show you the Titanic.
They're both wrong. Both of them
wrong?
liars.
All right, Thejewker, what's the truth then? What's the truth? Tell me the truth.
The Tech Pro Aviation Merlin 100 actually get its name from a magician's tool to help magicians seem like they're flying. Now, a lot of it is smoke and mirrors, but quite a few magicians, David
copy.
Blaine, David Copperfield, Chris Angel, all use this thing to help them fly. So that way it looks like there's no wires, and they use the very narrowest wires to help them give that appearance that when they lift them, oh shit, they're flying. That's crazy.
So you're telling me that this is like the wet dream of every writer who has ever put like X-ray specs on the back of a magazine and had them show up and they're like real and you can see through stuff with them. The Tech Pro Aviation Merlin 100 is like.
Why would they call it the Merlin if they're not going to be wizards? You don't have an answer because you know I'm right.
Fuck.
When you're right, you're right.
Why are you all like this? Why did I ask you to do a thing you'd be good at?
Yeah, that was our mistake.
Yeah, our bad.
Oh,
That's
no. Oh, Tech Pro Aviation Merlin 100. The Merlin 100 is the thing that really is screaming aeronautics to me, actually, because people name their planes, like stuff all the time, but like the number specifically is like part of the product line. It implies that there's like 200s, and I can't imagine there's a whole product line of magician levitation devices available to you for box tops. That seems incorrect.
No, I didn't say for box tops. You said that.
Right, I did. I'm implying it because I don't believe you. So I guess what's really happening here is this a real plane or is this a fake plane? That's what I think I've narrowed it down to here. Auth.
It's a real magician's plane, first off.
Auth, do you know how much this plane costs?
I do not know that information.
Ryyudo, how about you? You got a price point? What's the MSRP on this kit?
I also do not have that information.
Okay, that's suspicious.
That's as specific as I wish to be at this time.
That's crazy because I have the specifics for my thing.
Oh yeah,
it's $350,000. It's expensive.
$350,000 for a magician lifting equipment. If it's like a fucking crane that can lift a guy, though, like that,
that shit's gonna be
discreetly
expensive.
lift a guy, no less. Not just lift a guy, discreetly, secretly,
discreetly,
with like invisible materials that are ultra lightweight. Fuck. Oh man.
They didn't give you a price. They had a price ready.
It's just locked and loaded. Definitely not made up. Damn it.
Yeah, Wikipedia famously always lists prices on their website.
I mean, in Ryudo's case,
you might know about the Price is Right. My thing was actually on there in a recent episode.
Not really going over.
A retailing ballpark is not something that I would not expect from like an airplane article, right? Like a plane that MSRPs around like this amount, like that seems like information they would put on there. For you though, for like a model plane, no, I don't think they would have actually put it on there. Good question. For you specifically, oh my god, this is a hard one. Y'all got me messed up. Shucks. I'm gonna go with Ryyudo again. Ryudo's just got a really honest face, right? Like, let me just zoom in on.
He's got an honest ass.
Yeah, look, you know where my face is.
I get that. No, I totally get that.
Here.
Yeah, it's so hard for me to take Ryyudo statements and be like, no, not you. You wouldn't. You know things about stuff.
This is from the Gundam Wing fandom wiki.
Yeah, I have to know about stuff because you tell me to research things like the Merlin 100, which features a cantilever high wing and a single-seat enclosed cockpit, accessed by a single door on the fuselage on the right-hand side, fixed triangle landing gear, and wheel pants, and a single engine, and a tractor configuration.
Tractor configuration?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Huh. What do you got on?
Also, I panicked because you asked me for the price. I couldn't find it in time.
So I'm right. I nailed it then.
You're right. You were 100% right. Because I'm like, I can't find it. And then I found it right after. And then my brain stopped because I'm like, that E is a euro, right? I was panicked and my brain just shut off. And I was like, let's just go with the I don't have a price. I panicked. I'm sorry.
Hell yeah. I'm back on top. I got this.
We're
going
so
on
back.
here.
You're so back. You're so back.
So back. All right, we've
Even if I
hashtag
had that
quality on
information,
top.
I don't think I would have volunteered it. I'm under no obligation to help you.
It's also true. And
Yeah,
it's basically what I did.
He's not gonna help.
We've only got time for one more, and we've got 2 left. So I'm going to choose my favorite between the 2, and I believe that y'all will immediately understand why this one is my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling.
Hey, gamers.
That makes it.
There's something
Clown
stupid.
Motel. Thejewker, you want to start us off on the Clown Motel? It seems like it's
Sure.
up your alley.
The Clown Motel is a hotel, or I guess a motel technically, that exists in Tonopah, Nevada. It is considered as America's scariest motel. Now, the wild thing about it is it's actually located directly next to a cemetery. So it's got these creepy porcelain clowns in this 33-room clown motel. It was opened in the 85s, and it was actually featured in an episode of Rhett and Link Commercial Kings.
Rhett and Link Commercial Kings.
You might know them. They're from Good Mythical Morning.
Yeah, I've heard of that show. I'm vaguely familiar with it. So this is more scary clown shit. It's not just like a cool one where they tell you jokes and buy you.
It has no clowns, believe it or not, other than the porcelain ones everywhere. Guy just really like clowns.
I guess employing clowns full time to work. You could just make the uniform for your staff like clown uniform.
Yeah, there's apparently 150 clown statues at least.
They counted the clowns.
So like, if you wake up and there's like clowns everywhere just staring at you.
Then I woke it up at the Clown Motel, and this is the easiest game of GeoGuessr of my life.
Okay,
that makes sense. All right, Ryyudo, what's the Clown Motel?
So the Clown Motel is a haunted house that takes place from the beginning of October to about mid-November. It happens in Estes Park, Colorado, and the hotel is the Stanley Hotel, which is where The Shining was recorded. So they have a lot of spooky events there during around that time and everything like that. They have the Shining Ball, is one I have been to actually. But they also have the Clown Motel over there, utilizing a lot of the older hallways and everything like that to have people walk down and kind of in and out of the hotel using the emergency exit stairs to get down to the next floor and stuff like that to kind of add to that eeriness and a little bit of chill. And it's pretty well known, at least throughout Colorado. I don't know how popular it is outside of it, but it's just a nice spooky hotel that only happens for about a month and a half.
Okay, so once again, we got a clown motel that is this time sort of temporary, not porcelain statues forever. It's just seasonal.
Yeah, exactly. And it's literally as it sounds, by the way. I don't know if you want me to explain how the clown hotel or motel scares you, but
right.
There's clowns.
I don't understand our fixation with demonizing the concept of clowns, right? Like
Neither do I.
If anything, I feel like the clown as a thing of safely consensually mutually disrespectable humor is something that we're wasting on terror. And like it is becoming synonymous with a scary idea, and like that deletes the brand, you know? That's no good. Don't love that.
I mean, as with most things that were of horror at one point of life, it comes full circle, and we eventually want to fuck it as a human race. So,
right.
We're at that point now.
right. Eventually, it's not going to be like monster fuckers. It's going to be clown fuckers. That's going to be the new era that we enter.
I think we're there already, thanks to Phoenix Wright animation.
Yeah, honestly, that clown did things to me.
You know what? I would like to have things awakened in me by that clown specifically. That seems acceptable.
Make balloon animals out of parts of your body. I get you.
Yeah. Speaking of Phoenix Wright, authorblues. What's the Clown Motel?
So those previous stories were really compelling and interesting, if only they weren't constructed of entire horse piss.
So
there.
The Clown Motel is actually a concept. So when the Ringling Brothers circuses would travel, they would stay in a town for a certain amount of time, and they would have to put up all the performers in some sort of lodging. And while some of the mainline acts, the named acts, might get, really good lodging, the clowns, large number of them and typically disrespected, would end up.
Why are you laughing at that? That's so mean to the clowns.
Would end up in a motel, and as it goes, staying in a motel for that long, it would end up in a state of disrepair. And so there's a term that has come from that, where anytime people find a motel that is in a state of disrepair, it is referred to as a clown motel.
So everybody in the audience's personal last business trip, they were in fact sent to a clown motel. Undoubtedly.
Yes.
And we're all just learning a new concept with which to express our displeasure in subsequent polite emails to our people who book travel. In this moment. If this isn't it, I want that to be the takeaway that everybody gets on their next business trip. Send me somewhere else, not no stinking clown motel.
I'm gonna say this next year. Whenever I go on business trips, I'm gonna get fired immediately.
Feel free to clip this, or refer them to the Wikipedia article if you want to explain to them what a clown motel means.
Yeah, thanks, Clown Daddy.
You know what? This is also
No problem.
Good slang to just drop in the meeting directly, and they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to stay on location so that we can present at the trade show, and they're just like, we ain't staying at some clown motel.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we've got 131 porcelain clowns. We've got a seasonal Coloradan clown event.
Yes.
And we've got a nebulous concept of just kind of dog shit intermediary housing.
Yeah.
Usually for work.
I approve your summary. Yeah.
Okay. Also, chat, somebody has said a clown motel is where you get the honk shoe kind of sleep, and that's the funniest shit.
God damn, that is really good.
That is so good. It's like people should really love Super Retro Heart more.
Oh my god, they should. In fact, I'm going to let everybody have the button. Oh wait, hang on. I just typed. 1 second. So Super Retro Heart also does really cool tech stream stuff. So if you enjoy this, you should absolutely go give them the time of day while I think furiously about which one of these is the most plausible. I don't think porcelain clown statues is the thing, because I feel like people would break them. I feel like porcelain specifically is the Achilles heel to this argument, to this idea. But I also just don't believe Thejewker anytime my best friend says anything. That's just unacceptable.
I guess we're not best friends then.
Damn.
I made Thejewker cry.
So now I'm going to put you on the spot.
I know you too well. That's the only reason. It's like that ska song for Real Big Fish, I know you too well, so I don't like you anymore. Ryyudo, yours is feasible, but I don't know, it's so feasible, it just seems like it's too generic. I could absolutely see this being some kind of good old-timey phrase that just
How do we know you didn't submit this?
Say again?
How do we know you didn't submit this?
You don't. That's the fun.
When did we get the shoot wobbly with the truth gun? What a laugh. Oh my god.
I'm going with one authored blues. I think that a clown motel, even if it's false, I want it to be real. I want this to be a phrase that we've all 134 of us together are going to start using.
Well, I mean, I can write the Wikipedia article for it if we all agree that this should be a term, but it is not currently one, no.
Yes, let's go write that Wikipedia article.
Then it's got to be
I think it is a good term. You are correct. This was me. I did actually get this on random, and I have seen the episode of Rhett and Link Commercial Kings. I forgot this fucking existed until I hit the random article and was like, oh, fuck, I remember this. They did a whole ad, Rhett and Link of Good Mythical Morning, when they were doing their show on IFC. It was an advertisement for the town of Tonopah, Nevada. And they made a song, and it's like, see the clown motel and cemetery. And they're right next to each other. It's real fucking creepy. So I checked. How many clones do they have now? 4,000. They have 4,000 clowns now.
That's a respectable number of clowns.
I
That's a lot of
disagree.
clowns.
If somebody walks up to me and said, I have 4,000 porcelain statues of clowns, I don't go, ah, yes, a gentleman and a scholar. I go, why? For
Honestly,
what
I'd probably just,
reason
like,
dost
prove
thou
it.
have the clowns?
No questions asked. Just say prove it. I need to see it live.
Yeah, pony up. Lay him out.
This is a bet I'm willing to lose.
Someone in chat said that this was Void Lily said that this referred to a foundational CS problem, and I immediately regretted not just telling the entire story of Hilbert's Infinite Hotel, because I could have passed that off as real.
We got a little bit of time. That sounds sick as hell. Do you want to just drop that on us?
Oh, it's a conceptual problem for explaining complexities of infinity. It's like, imagine that you have a hotel with infinite rooms, and how do you make space for everyone, and you basically have everyone move to the room that is whatever their room number is times 2, and that makes room for twice as many people to now enter the hotel. So it explains the idea that some infinities are bigger than other infinities.
Some infinities are bigger than other infinities is a powerful statement. My God.
It's a Yu-Gi-Oh ass episode, honestly.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised you didn't question me on the Rhett and Link stuff.
As soon as you said Rhett and Link, I was like, this is real. People don't make that shit up.
Yeah, I'm like, that's too clean.
I mean,
I figured Wobbly would call me out, but I was like, no, it's real.
My vibe was kind of that, like, Rhett and Link would make the clown motel, right? Like, that seems like a thing that they would produce for content of their own volition, you know? Like,
it does seem like that, but this is before they really were doing Good Mythical Morning.
Oh man. Oh, this is like early Rhett and Link. Okay.
This is when they were on IFC.
Oh, wow.
I found them through that show.
So someday maybe I'll get to do the loop where I go from like being an independent content creator to being staff somewhere.
This is the same show that brought us Nope Chuck Testa. This is the same fucking show.
God, yeah, all right.
The Chuck Testa meme? Yeah, it's the same show because that was
Nope.
Chuck Testa.
Chuck Testa.
That's an old meme, but it checks out.
All right, folks. This is, I believe Thejewker has like a scheduled start time that I don't want to.
Yes, I actually just went live. I have us muted on my end.
Wow, you're a god.
Damn, this guy's efficient.
It's just
right. You're good at this.
There. And we'll end up raiding over to our good friend Thejewker if you have failed somehow to follow my good friends authorblues, Ryyudo, and Thejewker, who have been so kind as to offer all of us their time today. Damn, that's sick of you. But if you'd like to explain who you are and what you do, Ryyudo.
Yeah. Name's Ryyudo. Do a lot of variety streaming on Twitch. Usually have some sort of like theme I'm always doing. This month's theme is the annual Bad Game December, where folks in chat put together a list of bad games. I randomly pick one. I play it for at least one stream. And over the course of like the last 6 months, the best part of my stream has become the hour to an hour and a half I spend chatting with everyone in chat before I actually play a video game. So I would love to chat with you. Swing on by. We'd love to have you.
It's true. I have been there for those.
They're great.
authorblues, if you would like to let us know what's good in your world.
Yeah, I'm authorblues. I've lately been doing a lot of collaboration, so it's hard to really nail down what the hell it is I do on this website. But I typically do a lot of retro achievements these days. I guess I stole the Thejewker's bit. My bad.
It's okay.
I'm historically a washed-up speedrunner, but I've lately been doing some speedrun stuff again. So I don't know, maybe unwashed. I'm back to being unwashed.
I can't believe you're a filthy speedrunner.
Fresh.
Yeah, but generally just retro random stuff. In the summer, I usually do a month-long marathon of Dashing Through Trash, which is a bad game marathon, something me and Ryyudo have in common. But
I also love trash, so yeah, we all do.
Big
That's
trash
the thing
fan.
we have in common.
We really do, actually. We all have that in
We
common.
really do. I keep bringing it up, but Ryyudo pointed it out on Blue Sky that like, yeah, no, only streamers know the truly bad games, and it's. I agree. Couldn't agree more.
One of these days, I really am gonna have to commit to like learning to love the Kuso, because dear God, y'all play some stuff and you have so much fortitude about it that I'm just like, I would die.
There's a reason I got invited to Kuso to be a GM.
That's
True.
That's true and real. Also, the
It takes a special type to get invited to GM for Kusa Grande.
Yeah. I've been so busy, I haven't actually done a round yet other than the one I was invited for. But I did submit some games, and I'm like, I gotta get these in because I'm very excited. I had to move and everything, so you know how it is.
Yeah, I saw, and it seemed like it sucked as a guy who also had to move this year.
I know, it was bad, but we're fully moved into the new place. Everything's finally fucking winded down.
Yeah, things are better at the new place, right?
Oh, absolutely. Better in every way.
Outstanding. I think it's good that you moved. I guess then to segue us into a raid, Thejewker, how are you? What's up?
Hi. Every Thursday is the jukebox. You get to pick a game for a half hour. As Wobbly always says, he'll play your retro garbage. It doesn't matter what game it is. that is what Wobbly always says. Yeah, pretty much no RPGs and all that stuff. They just take too long to start. I do retro achievements. I do a lot of different variety. I'm very knowledgeable in games. It's always fun learning what I can about a game, letting people know all the cool stuff that I could find. So yeah, we play a game for a half hour. I raffle out the choice, and we see what I have to play next. It's a lot of fun. We're actually starting with an authorblues classic. That's right, Monkey Island.
Yeah!
Oh,
I love Monkey
shit!
Island.
Oh wow.
But it's the Sega CD version.
That's
Oh,
fine.
shit.
I played the Sega CD version not too long ago. It was good. Ish.
That's nice.
It was gish. Well, thank you, everybody. This has been the largely more structured than it could have been show. Trust me, I'm smart. A thing I would like to do with people more often. If you had a good time, make sure that you hit that follow button on everybody, not just me.
Yeah, go follow everyone. I unmuted you now. Everyone only heard my end, so now it's like, go follow everyone. Go.
Get in there.
Yeah, follow Wobbly.
This was fun. Honestly, it seemed like everybody was into it. I'm gonna be looking for more ways that I can get y'all out there in chat involved. I do have a spiral notebook, and I do have a little note on it that just says monetize, and I haven't figured out how to do that yet, but I probably should. So if y'all would like to hit up my Patreon or like throw a Twitch sub, like, you're welcome to do that. That helps me out.
Just shouting all these cool people out. Whoa, a raid! No way! That's crazy.
Whoa, how's this possible? Wow.
That's right.
That's wild.
All right.
Video games